gauges if they're in your ears.
And I want to say a great big hey howdy hey to all the people out there in internet. 6 viewers already. Wow. All right. Welcome everyone who is here. This is definitely not the correct file. There we go. We're back.
Now you can say hey howdy hey.
Hey howdy hey. Welcome to Woody's Roundup. All right, let's go ahead and
Woody's Roundup.
see if we can't pick up where we left off. We're just gonna give him a big smile. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, there. Now let's see. I'm not sure where to pick up. I want to say all right. Wait, am I on the wrong? No, I'm not. I'm not on the wrong layer. All right, if I'm just gonna.
I don't know, because the video's still loading for me.
It's not loading for me. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is a sun. Anyway.
It's a Bella.
Bella, a wild Bella in her natural habitat. Howdy, guys, gals, and theys. Guys, gals, gays, and theys. It's your favorite annoying pink horse. You are not annoying.
Oh, that is not how we talk about ourselves here.
Oh yeah, Bella, we just had a lovely little conversation with Once Upon a Time in the stream earlier. She's never watched it, so that was interesting.
Oh. Oh, were you doing something
I
before?
pretty much spoiled everything.
Oh boy. Spoiler alert. Aw.
Yeah, I was doing my Beauties of Beast podcast earlier.
Uh-huh. I'm uncultured. Oh, jeez.
What?
You uncultured swan?
Uncultured swan. Instead of swine, it's swan.
Yeah.
Because you're a beautiful swan.
No,
Don't let anybody else
Emma,
tell you otherwise.
No, because of Emma Swan.
Oh.
Maybe.
Jeez. Who's Emma Swan and what did she do to deserve this slander?
Oh, because I was talking about Once Upon a Time.
Hmm.
Okay, now you are uncultured swans.
Sure.
You didn't understand what that meant.
Look, I know Once Upon a Time
Look,
exists.
look. When I hear swan, I think of swan lake, okay?
I think of just.
Okay.
I think of ugly ducklings.
That too.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
probably
when I was a kid, I made a picture book called The Ugly Peanut.
I was a young warthog.
Yeah, the ugly duckling. Yeah, Bella, if you want to talk about gay fairy tales.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was pretty much the thing. The ugly duckling couldn't find a place to belong, and he grew up and he found other people who were like him, and he didn't feel alone in the world anymore.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
Yay.
All right, now
Oh, who wrote The Ugly Duckling again? Was that
Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah. Yeah. the
It
dude
was very much
bi.
Like,
possibly an
was
asexual
very
as well.
bi during a time where bi was not a thing you could
Yeah,
be.
and he was possibly ace as well, or somewhere on the spectrum.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Freaking.
Because we could never really know for sure, because the word didn't exist in that sense yet.
Mhm. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's see. Moustache. I've drawn this guy's
The
mustache
dude said-
before. It's like
The dude sent so many love poems to like this one dude. I forgot his name.
I'm trying to remember the dude he fell in love with, but he hung out in his yard and ate all the honey out of his pantry for a while. It was very interesting.
Oh my gosh.
And then you read stuff like The Little Mermaid and The Steadfast Tin Soldier, and you're like, wow, Anderson was going through something.
It sure was.
Right? Gosh.
It's like
Like
Like,
I
there's-
could never
there's a
love
reason
like
half the
everyone
story-
else.
there's a reason half his stories end in a sort of suicidal death.
oof.
Wow.
Or like, the only way that this person can belong in this world is through death.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Obviously, there's a reason Disney changed the end to The Little Mermaid, because we want a little more optimistic ending for the kids.
I mean, he did eventually change the ending from her turning into sea foam to her being you know, rewarded because she didn't kill.
She gained a soul.
She gained. Oh, she was rewarded by these angel-like creatures. I forgot what they were called.
Like, I don't know, like they've like children of the air or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. They were like, "Oh, you did a good, so therefore you can be one of us or whatever."
That's still depressing as heck.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, now you know why when Disney picked it up, and then you had Howard Ashman, who was gay himself, and like, no, we need a more optimistic ending for all us little outcasts out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Howard
Yeah,
Ashman
we'll find a
being-
place you belong. You will find the person you were meant to be.
Yay. Can I
Howard
be with
Ashman being gay
everybody?
was just
Because
Like, at
everybody's
once?
so dang pretty.
At the same time? In a
At
row?
the same time. And yeah.
You
I'm not
do you,
poly,
man.
but I'm not poly, but can I be poly just for a day?
Probably.
Because everybody's so pretty.
okay.
Everybody's really fucking pretty. You could write a song.
I could, yeah. Oh my god, that'd be the Pan Anthem. Why is everybody so gosh darn pretty?
The Panther?
Everybody.
Everybody stand for the national panthem.
Me too, Bella. Bella says, I'm a girl who just wants a sweet, sensitive person, dang it. Yep.
Just
That's
post-
what
Don't we
ask
all?
for.
I need a person who is very willing to wait and be very patient with me.
Made a new TikTok
Oh my
and
God,
YouTube.
yes.
That's awesome. You keep that up.
Everybody.
I'm that person
so dang
avoiding
pretty.
TikTok.
I wouldn't blame you if you avoided the internet in general.
Obviously, I'm not, but I have a YouTube channel.
Supple.
Everybody
Not much
needs
subscribe,
to
but not
eat
much.
on a weekend.
Okay, the YouTube channel's hard to manage alone, okay?
Fair enough.
Not that anybody watches the newer videos.
Aw, hey, I watched your AMV with the Lumity.
I know.
Is it-
It's under
That
1,000.
was really cute.
Really
I
fucking.
died.
good.
I absolutely died. Lumity is like my #1 OTP right now.
On a family trip right now, the Wi-Fi is horrible here. Ooh, okay.
Oh boy.
I hope you can stay tuned for the rest of the stream, and if not, you'll just have to catch it all later.
Good thing you're not one of the people talking right now who could get cut off at any time.
That's true. That is very true. Hopefully, we don't run into any unpleasant encounters with internet terribility.
Give it time, DF. I gave it 3 years time. Sorry. Some people just make me frustrated. It's like one of the PMVs that I'm just making is coming out this week. Like, oh yeah, we know you don't like making videos of this song, but you do this only for the fans. I'm like, I'm doing this only for the fans?
OnlyFans.
No! No!
Just quiet. No,
Z,
no.
go to the corner. You're grounded.
OnlyFans isn't accepting porn anymore, just FYI. So it's no
Huh?
longer a porn site.
What's it do?
I don't want to know.
At least it was empowering women.
OnlyFans is basically like a social media platform that like people pay to see.
Oh.
And it
So-
was and it was for the longest time used for like
Sexy
Porn?
Patreon. It was sexy Patreon.
Patreon.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Somebody keeps making new accounts and like putting links to a porn site on my asexual videos, by the way.
Oof.
Oh my gosh. Can I please
I
see it?
cannot
I keep-
stand aphobes. Can we?
Can
I
I
keep
please see-
blocking, deleting, reporting.
Can I please, for the love of God, see asexual porn? It's just them in a bed, like eating. It's just like asexual porn. It's just them in a bed eating garlic bread and like telling each other how much they love each other and how much they adore each other.
It's that guy on Pornhub who doesn't even take off his clothes. He just like cleans off the casting couch or goes to Chili's or something.
Yeah.
Or talks to you respectfully. It's like that
Yes.
guy who uses Pornhub but not for porn.
Oh my God.
That's the ace porn.
The internet is really, really great for literally anything else.
The internet is really, 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 really.
Honestly, all you'd have to do is watch Disney. There you go. It doesn't go further than a kiss.
Unless you're watching Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. They ratted my
Eh.
tooth. Aphobes.
Not
is
on
anybody
screen.
here?
No, but they totally went off to like one of their places or something.
I mean, okay. Anyway.
All right, let's
if you're
change the
in-
topic.
Yep. Okay.
You're-
Subject
you're
change.
Aphobes are not welcome here.
Absolutely not.
Any kind of phobes. Unless it's like, I don't know, arachnophobes.
Me.
Just like any person phobe.
If
Just
you're
please
a
no.
xenophobe, be quiet, go away.
You didn't know that the fear of bananas is literally called bananaphobia?
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
straightforward.
Yeah.
More phobias
it's
be
easy
like
to
that.
remember.
Like, what even is the scientific name of banana?
Oh, wait,
Banana.
Wait. I need to show you guys like the fear of long words. Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna pull
Is
that
it a
up.
long word itself? Because that would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an extremely
Yes,
long
it
one
is.
that I don't remember.
That
Oh
would be
my
the
God,
biggest
it's
form
so
of
good.
irony ever.
It's so good.
The fear of palindromes is also a palindrome, so that's
Look,
funny.
look. That's
Okay, I'm gonna try
that's
to.
what the fear of.
Is Quipedaliophobia.
It's the
What?
fear of long words.
Hippopotamonstroses Quipedaliophobia.
That, yes, that, as it says in the dictionary, and in an ironic twist, is the name of a fear of long words.
Fear
That's so great.
Hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia.
Banana fanafo fan.
Thank you, English class.
Yay.
Hippopotamonstroses Quipedaliophobia.
No, hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia. Okay, okay, I tried.
I'm just gonna call it Daryl.
It's also known as sesquipedalophobia, which is slightly shorter.
How about supercalifragilisticexpialiophobia?
Honestly, that's shorter.
It'd be easier to remember for one. It's the longest word most people know. Or?
Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Whoa.
Disease.
That is the longest word in the English language.
The longest word you know.
Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
How about
I looked it up ages ago and I know how to say it.
Wow, you're amazing. I can't speak. I can't speak regular words, let alone long ones. Which is why I didn't bother trying to say the fear of long words. I just kept calling it the fear of long words.
Long word phobia.
Long word phobia.
Yeah, that is interesting. We were talking about in horror writing class, they gave us a list of different phobias, and then bananaphobia showed up, and I'm like,
do 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 do
Banana.
do 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 do.
banana.
Or banana.
No!
Banana.
Stop!
You mean
Banana.
chat room? Who am I kidding? It's a Facebook chat room. I need to get over myself.
Hey.
Yeah, stop fussing about with this whole thing. It's
I
just.
wonder if I still have that list of fears.
Question from Piglet. Roxanine rule, Kamikaze. Burping in a stairway or farting in a tunnel?
Farting in a tunnel.
Would you rather, or what exactly does that mean? I don't know.
Okay, I literally can't burp, so the second one.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
You what?
I'm.
You what?
How?
It goes out the other way.
Yeah, what the what now? I don't. What? I don't. What?
I can't burp.
Oh.
You alright?
It doesn't want to come out that way.
I am perplexed.
So what you need
No,
to burp, you
really,
just
like
cough?
when I was being Audrey too, like there was a point where I had to burp on command. I'm like, I can't do that. So I had to have like the choir director right next to me just burp into the mic.
What in the hooly badooly?
It doesn't come out that way.
Which is funnier? Farting in a tunnel, obviously.
I mean, how many people would
farting
hear
in
it?
a tunnel and you're deaf, so you have no idea.
Here we go. A to Z of phobia.
That sounds like the fear of the alphabet. A to Z phobia.
Yeah, it's one of our horror writing exercises. Like one way you can come up with inspiration is choose a real phobia and use that. The banana one would be interesting though. I gotta know, what are you fellas scared of?
I'm afraid of the dark.
Me too. I kind of gotten over it most of the time. Unless maybe I watch something really scary, then I'm kind of like on edge.
Yeah, same. Oh my gosh. I'm mostly afraid of the dark because I tend to get like sleep paralysis.
My fear is people deciding they're disgusted with me after hearing my tragic backstory.
Are you okay?
I have a fear of overly friendly people. Now, there's being friendly, and then there's being like, oh, upon meeting you, like, oh, hello there, baby doll. Now, how are you doing today? Why don't you smile? Like, it's like a first meeting kind of thing.
I hate it when a complete and total utter stranger is like, smile, darling. I'm just like, fuck you. I'm not gonna smile. I'm gonna frown now.
Yeah, I got a friend's mom.
I think I've been called like
time,
sugar cakes or something like that.
One time I
That
was
sounds strictly
hanging
off
out
limits.
with a friend's mom, and she was at my house trying to frock essential oils on my mom. Anyway, she was so perky, I had a panic attack, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh no, you're scaring me!"
Okay, so fear of the dark is nyctophobia. I think deriving from, Nyx, night, nyctophobia.
Yeah.
Also got bathophobia, which is a fear of depth. For example, deep wells or lakes, or even long dark hallways and manholes.
Oh.
Fear of depth. So I can't say it. Depth. That's a hard word to
I
say.
also don't like heights.
Yeah,
But
well, that's
that shit-
acrophobia.
I don't really have a problem with the heights. It's the falling that concerns me.
Oh yeah, same.
I don't mind flying, but if I'm like at the edge of a cliff, of course I'm gonna be scared.
Same.
I don't know. I think.
So I think a lot of people are going to be developing. A lot of people are going to be developing agoraphobia after this year.
What's that? The fear of?
Fear of open or agoraphobia. Fear of open or crowded spaces, or places within which the sufferer does not have complete control over the environment.
Oh my god, we are gonna be fucked up old people. We are gonna be fucked up old people.
Except we're all gonna be in, like fear of crowded spaces. Like, yep, I'm still scared of lots of people in the crowd. Mostly if they're not wearing masks. Mostly if they're kids that I know aren't vaccinated.
Vaccinate your kids, Karen.
Vaccinate your kids.
Well, the thing is that a lot of them can't be vaccinated yet. At least from COVID.
That's the trouble these days.
They have to make sure they work, and they're like getting them like one group at a time. Considering how long it usually takes to develop a vaccine, I think they've done pretty good.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Could have been worse. We could have been dealing this in like medieval times.
Oh no, that would have been a nightmare.
Oh my god.
It was a nightmare. It was called the Black Plague.
I was watching the shooters, and when a plague hit, and I'm like, oh god. And then like everybody's covering their mouths, and now see, they got it. They didn't have the proper equipment, but they got that you cover your mouths.
A funny bird hat, fill it with spices, and just don't go anywhere.
Ooh, how about this one? The fear of other people's opinions. Allodoxophobia.
Wait, what is it called?
The allodoxophobia. I think. Or is it allodoxophobia, maybe.
Allodoxophobia.
Fear of being doxed.
The fear of other people's opinions. Well, the fear of being ducks, or?
Doxed.
Okay, because there's a fear of ducks under here. That's Anatidaphobia.
Duckies.
Yeah.
Little
Well,
duckos.
You know what? Ducks can attack you, so it's not totally unfounded.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
ducks have never attacked me. Now, a goose once tried to bite me.
Fucking gooses are meanie beans.
Geese are the worst.
Have you watched Marlo Murphy's Law, where the
Oh
where
yes,
the
oh
crossing
yes, I've
guard
seen
gets
that bit.
attacked by that duck?
I saw that one. Yep.
The duck just keeps showing up later, attacking the crossing guard.
Yep.
Oh, it's just like.
Yep.
Okay, is there a fear of buttons? Someone's asking.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I got a fear of belly buttons. Omphallophobia.
Belly button.
Yeah, fear of buttons. Kumpaunophobia. That's a weird one. It begins with a K.
Oh, well, what's that? Oh gosh, what's that one phobia called? Where you're afraid of porous surfaces, like porous or holy surfaces.
Ooh.
Oh, that's trypophobia, fear of holes.
Yeah.
Oh,
my little
holes.
sister has that. She hates it so much.
So,
Yeah,
whatever you do, don't Google it. 'Cause I
trypophobia.
Googled it once and
Or is it trypophobia? It's a
Yeah.
Y, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's trypophobia.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. And the fear of needles. Trypanophobia. Is it trypanophobia? Oh, yeah. And the fear of the number 13.
Truscadecophobia.
Truscadecophobia. Thank you.
It's one that you hear a lot. You always
Okay,
hear that word.
Xenophobia. Fear of the unknown. AKA people from unknown places.
Xenophobia is pretty much a blanket term for homophobia, racism. You know,
It's mostly used for foreigners, but
so which would
general,
typically
the
be
unknown.
which would typically be racism. Like being perfectly honest, xenophobia and racism are kind of connected.
Prejudice of anything different from you that you don't know. Zoophobia makes sense.
That's the fear of animals, yeah.
Yep. Fear of
Vivzy
death.
was it Vivzy who was doing a comic called Zoophobia?
Yep, that was
Yeah.
Izzy.
Yeah.
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 Where did
yeah.
that go?
She just sort of lost passion
it's
for it
weird.
and stopped outdating it.
Man.
Well, in fairness,
Tapered off
I mean,
when
she's
she
kind of
started
got a lot
working
going
on
for.
Has-Been.
Yeah, she's got a lot going for her with the has-been and hell of us stuff.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
definitely say this much. It seemed like she would, like, in all the stuff that she did, she was trying to find her footing. And I'm glad that she definitely found something, like, with a solid
Little
grounding,
Boss
like a nice
worked.
series that she can...
My Little Boss is the one that seems to be where she's hitting her stride.
Thanatophobia, the fear of death.
Oh yeah, because it's
Probably
named
after the god of death,
Thanatos.
Thanatos. Yeah.
He's a psychopomp.
Thanatos?
him.
Thanos? How did I never pick that one up?
Well, I hope nobody on this stream has technophobia right now.
What is that?
Oh, come on.
Technophobia. Come on,
Oh,
figure it out.
technology?
Yes.
Alright.
Some-
Anyone have a-
We're
anyone have a-
cavemen. We have technology.
Okay. You want me to look up something else?
It didn't work.
I want to
Oh,
imagine... I want to imagine technophobia back way back in time, and then you have someone who with technophobia who visits ancient Egypt and is like, "Ah, irrigation system! Ah!"
I can't handle this. Can we just go back to? Can we just go back to bringing water to our houses with buckets?
Sounds more like it's fear of
Phobia
change.
for nature? Bella is asking, what's the phobia for nature? And I'm not sure you could pick a blanket term for that.
Well, I told you zoophobia for animals.
You must acquire a taste for freeform jazz.
Let me see if there's like plants or. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not on this list. Let me see.
Fear of pretty
Fear
women.
of
I think that's
nature.
just.
Oh, that's
Well, there's
me.
That's called gay
Okay, well,
panic,
there's
buddy.
there is a
It
fear.
sure
There's a
is.
fear.
Or misogyny.
There's a
Depending
fear
on
of
what
women on
flavor.
here.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, that actually makes sense. Gynophobia.
Oh, darn you.
I scared of that pussy.
Oh.
Fear of nature. I think it's what? Biophobia?
Biphobe?
What up,
Biophobia.
Biophobia, yeah.
Biophobia, okay.
I mean,
That would
that's
be the
pretty.
fear of
Again,
plants.
very straightforward.
Philophobia is fear of falling in love. I know that might be me.
I think I have the
Mostly
opposite
cat-
problem.
I'm in love. Then there's gamophobia, which is the fear of commitment/marriage.
Oh.
Oops.
Like a fear of It sounds like a fear of radiation.
That's gamo, with one M.
Oh. Gamophobia.
Is there a fear of sleep?
Sounds like there should
I
be.
mean, yes, there is. Somnophobia.
Yep.
I guess I was gonna guess.
I almost typed out angle instead of angel. My God.
What the? Why is this one on here? The fear of cotton balls. Didonglobophobia. That's a very specific one.
As if
The
fears aren't really
gamophobia?
specific.
Oh, fear of Halloween. Samhainophobia.
Sondheim?
Oh. Fluttershy has that.
Samhainophobia. No, Samhain. Samhainophobia.
Samhainophobia?
Because Halloween. Yeah, because they used to call it Samhain.
Oh, they did, huh?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Or fear. Phobophobia.
Bobophobia?
Just phobophobia.
Phobophobia.
Mm-hmm.
Again, pretty on the nose with that one, pal.
Okay, Who would be scared of feet?
I could think of a few people, but what is the fear of feet?
Podophobia.
Pogo.
Podophobia. Interesting.
Po.
I find that interesting. Fear of feet. Like, what about the fear? What about the fear of feet in inches?
Wow, is there like a fear? Well, there's a fear of numbers and mathematics, numerophobia.
Again, the pretty obvious one. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
is there a fear specifically of measurement?
Good question. Well, not on this list. Let me see. Phobia. Measure. No, I'm not looking to measure phobia. What's a fear of measurement?
Nihilophobia, fear of nothing. Then what's the fear of nihilists?
It's just telling me how it measures fear, not telling me of
A fear of
fearing
measurement.
of measurement. Yes.
A telephobia, fear of imperfection. I think Courage the Cowardly Dog had to deal with that at one point. The final episode of the show, I believe.
Okay. Telephonophobia.
Let me guess. It's a fear of communication.
Fear of talking on the phone, specifically.
Well, there you go.
You know, I don't like.
Oh
you know,
my god!
I don't really like
we
talking on the
actually-
phone, yeah.
Bibliophobia, the fear of books. Actually, you went over the fear of needles
No,
a little
I
while
took
ago,
that.
Piglet. You still kept missing me on the messages. Yeah, honestly. Anyway. I have that. You have what? The fear of needles?
I think I said that before.
Yeah. Piglet was asking about it just a bit ago.
Yeah, it was trypanophobia. I don't know if that Y is a.
You know, I
Yeah,
don't know. I earnestly, in way, shape, and form, do not actively know. Like, you know.
I'm the only one who
Somebody's-
is imagining these three in a poly relationship.
You mean
Oh,
like
well,
the
this
you
is-
mean like the drawing request says? I know it's kind of going off screen, but that's exactly what this is supposed to be.
Why did you write
You should
Polly
have made it
like
more
a-
obvious, my dude.
Why did you write Polly like a name, like Pollyann, when it should just be Poly?
Oh
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. I don't know how to spell. I'm
why you
terrible
Excuse
at
me,
that
Your
shit.
Highness.
Chromophobia,
Okay, so this-
fear of colors. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's chronophobia,
Like,
fear of the passage of time.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought it
And-
was gonna be something like
Is that
pygmophobia.
sibophobia or kibophobia? The fear of food. How's that going to help you? Oh, here's one probably everybody's had at some point in their lives. Didaciophobia.
What is
The
that?
fear of school.
I hated going to school. I hated it so much. I never wanted to go to school. I always pretended like I was sick because I didn't want to go to school.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah, my teachers complained to my parents of why I didn't smile all the time. And they were like, "Is she depressed?" No, I'm in school.
I'm in school.
Is there a
School's
difference?
Who's happy to be going to school? At least by high
Nerds.
school.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a nerd, but even so, school is hell because of the people in it.
Oh yeah.
Teacher,
And also just the education system in itself is just awful.
what is with schools and hiring people who hate children?
I know, right? in every school you've ever gone to, or any school you've ever seen in a movie or a TV show, the faculty hates the kids. And why? Why? Isn't the whole point of their job to be helping the kids? They should really get their education. I don't understand.
There was this one teacher I had. She was super strict and super boring and super monotoned, and I'm just like, it was the worst.
I'm gonna pull a Ferris Bueller.
Let
if
us
I had to
open
deal
up the
with-
books to chapter 6.
If I had to deal with a room full of idiots, I'd be stressed too.
I mean, I
especially
could
if
definitely understand that, but they're only idiots. They're coming here to not be idiots. That's the whole point of school. They're coming here to un-idiot.
Ah,
Education, am I right?
I
Okay,
get the stress though.
There's this
I get
one
the-
idiot I knew. I don't remember what made me think he was so freaking stupid, but he made a comment about my pen, and I just remember thinking, good God, how can you be that dumb?
All right. So
Like, I don't
And there
remember
are
what he
people who are-
said, but like,
Okay,
like,
but
he
there's
said
like
so much.
not.
I just remember that he said so much, all this freaking shit that was completely and utterly wrong 100% of the time, and I'm just like, how did you manage to come to high school?
Yeah, I know. Like, there's a difference between not knowing how to spell pneumona ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis and not knowing how to spell dog or something like that.
it's not like I don't know how to spell dog. It's just any word that's even mildly more complicated than dog I have a problem with. It's like, could somebody tell me how to spell it? Could Google tell me how to spell it? Because I am absolutely I imagine I would have ended up flunking out of spelling if I wasn't homeschooled.
I knew a kid who asked a teacher, like the teacher said, by the way, I will not be giving you options for extra credit. And then one kid, this is high school by the way, asked, what's extra credit? And he's
Are you
like,
fucking no?
Are
no.
you daffy?
his answer, yeah, the teacher's answer was, doesn't matter, it's something you're not gonna get.
Don't ask me. I'm not giving it out.
You in spelling, didn't it?
I have a processing disorder. It's very hard for me to study and memorize things I don't want to learn about. I am exactly the same way. I hate learning things that are uninteresting. I just hate it.
Yeah, I've been trying.
I think that's just called being. I'd say most times that's just called being a kid in school.
I've been trying to teach a 7-year-old to read, and it's been exhausting.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh my gosh. Oh, when my sister was 8, when my little sister was 8, like she would pretend like she couldn't read.
Oh.
You know, she would pretend like she couldn't read, like
cheeky little
like
thing,
every
huh?
single like she'd be playing a video game or something, and she'd be like, "Read it to me," and I'd be like, "I know for a fact you can read. Just read it. I'm not
She's
playing
not
this game with you."
She's not
playing what
pretending,
game
no.
with me?
She's not pretending though. I've watched her enough to know she's not pretending.
Okay.
Comic, you can get some pasta if you want.
I can get pasta? I
Pasta
can
salad.
get pasta? Ah!
Pasta salad.
I'm gonna leave you with these knuckleheads, have them chat up a storm while I go get some pasta.
Yeah, but yeah, she's not a dumb kid. She's not a dumb kid though. I mean, she's having trouble reading, but like in other areas, she's very smart. Like the other day, like her bike chain was loose, and she's like, okay, go get me a flathead screwdriver. I'm like, what?
You know what a flathead is?
I barely knew what a flathead was. Well, I figured it out, but yeah. And then she's like, okay, we gotta take the. Okay, can you help me take this part apart and this part? She knew what parts to take apart to tighten the chain. I'm like, what? I don't even know how to do this.
I'm like smart at most things except math. Like, I would probably be good at science if it wasn't for the fact that you needed math to do it.
Math I could get okay, because those were pretty set rules.
A lot of
Like once I knew the rules, I could do the problem. Math became hard when they wanted me to explain everything and prove everything, and you're not supposed to write about math. That's the whole point. It's all about numbers.
I know. Oh god. Like I would be breezing through like my test or my assignment or whatever, and then I get to the freaking word problems and I'm just like, why?
I got bored with history. Yeah, I got bored with history class.
I couldn't even write the right symbols. I got yelled at so much. I have emotional baggage.
Yeah, history class is where I struggled. It's not that I hated. It's not that I hated the concept of history. Just the way it was always presented was like so dry. And
and most of the assignments for my history class were like, "Hey, read chapter whatever to whatever," and I'm just like, "No, I can barely read a fictional novel."
And then of course, you'll learn a few years later. Oh yeah, your history teachers lied. Columbus was a jerk.
Oh hell yeah! Hooray!
For example,
God.
He wasn't just a jerk. The man may or may not have been boinking llamas.
May or not have been boinking llamas.
I don't know about that one, but
that's why I love history. History's a good one for me. I have deep emotional baggage with math.
Yeah, just all the stuff that they neglect to tell you, like, oh, Alexander Hamilton, he was bi. They neglect to tell you that in the musical.
That one historian
Alexander Hamilton, he fucks dudes.
Alexander Hamilton wrote such a
he had like a romantic relationship with one of his friends, the one who died in the war.
John Lawrence, and
oh my god,
he wrote such a raunchy letter inviting him to be in a three-way with his wife Elizabeth Schuyler that a historian
she might have been okay with it.
So a historian found that letter and read it, and it was so raunchy that they decided to desecrate history and cross the whole thing out. And that shit is funny to me, but at the same time, what in the hell? How dare you? That's not your letter to tear up, bitch.
Given how often that happens, like, some spouses were okay with that. Especially if you're from France.
and like,
woof. Chicken pasta salad.
We're gonna talk about how history lied to us. Or history class lied to us.
Alexander Hamilton was in love with
Magic
a guy.
School Bus was. Oh yeah, Magic School Bus was my science class. True. I tried showing Magic School Bus to the kids I watch, but they say they hate the Magic School Bus. I'm like, what?
Why?
I don't know. Like, they just have an aversion to learning, even if it's something fun. I even tried Schoolhouse Rock, and they're like, this is boring. I'm like, what?
Guess I'll have to find that later.
Schoolhouse Rock was like the freaking highlight of my day at school.
Amen.
It's the only source of American history I got.
you did decent in French class.
A very truncated.
Yeah, French.
I know, but you didn't really learn much about American history when you live overseas.
That's
like,
true.
Unless Europe was somehow involved, like if it was like the World Wars. Actually, we kind of learned about the American Revolution because that included England and France and all that.
They kind of yeah, but in that one particular song, Elbow Room, you know, the pro colonization song, they really buried the lead on that whole Manifest Destiny thing.
Yeah, I had to sing that in Schoolhouse Rock the musical.
The only thing I remember much from history was being fed a lot of anti-communist propaganda. It's like, communism bad because they won't let you have gun. And I'm like, oh shit, they won't let me have gun. Well, that's bad.
Well, I lived in Romania, so I got an interesting perspective.
Yay, Romania.
Just give me the communism without all the whatever this is.
The only time I'll ever be in Romania is when I'm using my VPN.
Mm-hmm.
What? Romania was a communist country until like the 80s when when their leader Ceausescu was finally assassinated. So they're still kind of recovering from that.
Yes?
Who
No?
wants to assassinate Vladimir Putin with me?
I'll...
I think you
I'll
get
help
arrested
out.
for even just saying that live on the air.
Oh, we
I'll-
get arrested just for entering Russia.
You're probably
I
right.
don't know, I just, we can make friendship bracelets while we do it, right? Then I'll come along.
No, I was talking about how LGBT being illegal over there. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's fucking wear like pride jackets and shit. Let's go.
Yeah, that would.
man, it's a good thing I went there before I even realized I was anything. It was for a school trip.
Yeesh.
Yay, Russia! In Soviet Russia.
I was like, oh,
Gay.
that doesn't count.
No.
I wasn't out then. And I'm not there now, so there.
We can't fucking get you now.
Can you
man,
draw
and that-
Mouse
okay.
Kwame? Let me see. I've already got this list up here. Let's see.
We got a long list too.
Yeah,
so
I think
slow
we're gonna
down.
have to. I think we're gonna have to put the kibosh on that. We might not even be able to finish this. I mean, considering how little I did was able to do last time, it's like there's no guarantees.
Get down, Team
This keyboard's
Miraculous,
little.
but we're kind of
Oh.
busy to answer your messages.
Yeah, they're talking about foreign language classes in the chat.
That's
I
cool.
found it very surprising that a lot of kids in America don't even get to do foreign language classes till like middle school. And I'm like, why?
I didn't get to
Because the
do a
best
foreign
time-
language class until high school.
I definitely
But the
think
best time to be learning a foreign language is when you're a kid in elementary
I
school.
know.
And you'll actually be able to absorb it and remember shit. I mean, I may have only like known Dora the Explorer, but any Spanish word in there and its direct translation have stuck with me to this day.
Dude, I know like a decent number of Spanish words because of Dora. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah,
getting at.
I've had a bumpy history with the foreign language classes because 1st through 3rd grade were German, which was required because we were in Austria.
Yep.
Then we moved to Poland. Oddly enough, Polish wasn't required, but French was required in 4th and 5th grade. And then in middle school, we got to pick our language. I went back to German because I was not liking French class. And then I moved back to the States, and I'm like, they don't have German, but they have French. You want to go back to French? Like, fine. And I thought I was going to be behind everyone else, but it's like year 2 of French, and they still don't know how to count. Yeah. And I'm like, you sure this is year 2? Because this seems like year 1 stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I pretty much kept going with French through high school and then through college because we had to do a foreign language thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm tired of this.
Cosmic, she just told you it was for liking Dora.
I got so frustrated with French because I take French for like 7 years and I'm still not fluent.
Well, man, I don't think that's fair. I mean, like, got mocked for liking Dora, and the question is why. It's like, the question is less so, not like literally just asking of the same question, but more so asking what kind of little dick was gonna be patronizing another little kid for watching a show. Like, I mean, and even then, like, you shouldn't really pick on someone for their tastes, you know? It's like, come on.
You know, she was like one of the strong female characters that we had
Exactly.
at
For one, yeah.
I'm like, I wanted to be Dora. I wanted to go on those adventures. Even though some
Fun.
points eventually you get annoyed by like, oh come on, he's right behind you. Turn around.
I still love the Ducky
Go
Momo. I
left
still
or right.
okay. I
Left.
still love that one Ducky
Go
Momo
left,
joke.
Right. Go left, damn it.
I love that one Ducky Momo joke that was from Phineas and Ferb that was parodying that exact show mentality, where it's like, can you help Ducky Momo find the bridge? It's right there. It's right behind him. No, turn around.
Oh come on, guys. The Dora movie was actually pretty good.
I heard good things about it. I'm still not terribly interested in seeing it.
It makes fun of itself.
I mean,
So
sure
that's
it
what makes
does.
great.
I mean, that's another reason why it's like I'm kind of hesitant. It's like when you screw up comedy, it's like it's probably one of the worst things you could do. So it's like I'm not terribly. I mean, I've seen at least snippets of the animated segment, which is interesting, but like aside from that, it's like I don't really have much interest in like, you know, picking it up.
Yeah. But I love when she's like, delicioso. Can you say delicioso? And the parents are like, who's she talking to? Oh, she'll probably grow out of it.
I find it.
Yeah.
Well, I have at least one. I actually have a couple of problems with that. Number one, the diegetic reason of Dora talking to the audience is because it's a computer game. Like you can see it in the intro. The whole thing about Dora is that it's a computer game. You can always see the mouse and the icons.
Okay. The movie's clearly separate from the show. Though.
And number two,
yeah.
It was the backpacks thing to say num 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 delicioso. So I give this a 0 out of 10. Bad adaptation.
Okay, the movie's separate from the TV show though, because they play it off that because they play it off that everything that happened in the show was all in Dora's imagination, and then when she grows up and she has to let some of her childhood fantasies go.
I mean, that sounds like.
Well, apparently Swiper's still real for some reason, but
I
they
think
never
that
explain that.
That sounds kind of like the whole whole main character was in a coma theory for some television shows kind of dealio to me. It's like
It works.
None of the show.
It works by itself. It works by itself, I think.
It's like none of the show was ever real. Like, what are you talking about? It's like
To do a crossover with my characters and Dora.
they really should have. They really just totally should have done like a Guardians of the Galaxy style thing with like where they had Boots and Swiper and it was all just this is the world they live in kind of dealio.
No, they had Boots. They had Boots. He was just
sure.
a monkey who couldn't talk except for that one scene where it's what's that guy's name? That guy from Spy Kids. The uncle. What's his name?
Oh man. I know.
Yeah,
who
the
you're
guy who played Machete. You're
Oh.
not a kid. Danny Trejo, thank you.
Man, oh man.
You're not a
I
kid.
know who you're.
Dora.
I'm not. I know who you're talking about too. Oh man.
Boots was voiced by Machete. What?
It was like this one scene where, like, you're not a kid, Dora, and Boots just had this sun deep voice, and Dora's like, what?
Oh my god.
Like after insisting the monkey could talk the whole time, and then finally he talks in this deep man voice.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yeah, because we did it.
Lovissimo, we did it. Or is it Lovissimo? I don't know.
Dora was a big contributing factor to my mermaids and fairies phase. Because she got to turn into them. And I'm like...
I never
Yeah.
saw those ones. I missed quite a few episodes when we went overseas, so I just kind of rewatched some of the old VHS tapes over and over.
I had Dora's Fairy Tale Adventure computer game.
Oh man.
Doll.
Aw.
I had this fucked up Dora doll that had the talking, moving mouth, rubber face.
Oh. Home animatronics.
Ah,
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I liked Dora, and she was.
I like the one where she rescues the prince. It shows it's not just a princess who gets stuck in the tower. Sometimes it's a prince.
Sometimes it gets stuck in the tower. Sometimes it happens.
It's a
Sometimes you
it's
just
a
get
common
stuck in-
occurrence in the olden days for royalty to be kidnapped.
That was my thing. I wanted to be the one to rescue the royals in the tower.
We found it in the apple tree because we did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah.
Oh, come on. That is not, but no. Okay,
What?
no. Rugrats is not better than Dora. No.
Okay, do not.
Rugrats is really good
disrespect-
though.
Yeah.
Do not disrespect Dora in this household, especially since my mom did not let me watch Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon growing up for the longest time, so I don't really have a good comparison.
I'd like to paint a picture that Rugrats is an odd show to exist. Like, even amongst a lot of the other early Nicktoons, it's like, if you wanted a show that was gross, you had Ren and Stimpy. If you wanted a show that was down to earth, you had Hey Arnold and Doug to a certain degree. And if you wanted a more fantastical show, you had Ren and Stimpy, and SpongeBob was just around the corner. So it was like, even in early Nickelodeon, Rugrats didn't really necessarily do anything that a lot of the other shows haven't already ended up doing. And it's like,
And it was babies.
it was
Yeah,
babies. What are you gonna do? It's babies.
I don't know. I don't know. Rugrats was one of those shows that my parents wouldn't let me watch, and then I tried watching it out of rebellion, and then I realized, I actually don't like this.
It's just kind of boring. I can see why people would like it, and I can definitely see there's certainly an appeal there somewhere, but like,
my problem is, why is nobody watching these babies ever?
I think that's.
I'm sorry.
My rebellion.
You're not
Because
ever
they're supposed to be in the
the-
playpen, I guess, and then they just keep getting out of the playpen.
I mean,
I
you
don't
can
know.
say that, but like,
Yeah, no.
My rebellion shows were My Little Pony, because my mom was super not hot on that for a while, but Nathan did eventually bring her around. On a very surprising show of emotion, actually.
Okay, who the heck is watching?
Then my other rebellion show was SpongeBob.
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 Who the heck is watching Dora? Dora was at least old enough to walk and start thinking for herself. I'm sorry. And she's got a monkey.
Neighborhood friends and this Spanish-speaking squirrel and the bull and just a bunch of like responsible other kids in her general area.
Yep. I liked
Do you remember
Benny.
the episode where Dora went and visited her grandma?
Yes, I do.
Plus, in those fantasy worlds, those kids are always on their own. But in the real world, when you got a bunch of babies, where are these parents? The parents that are clearly there, but they're not there ever.
They're clearly off buying a gross of eggs.
They're all just having a key party or something.
Gross of eggs. Bravo, SpongeBob.
Whatever.
If I were to put, like, funny enough, in our household, we were definitely more geared toward the younger channels because they tended to have the more, like, family appropriate content. So it was always Playhouse Disney back when it was called that, and Nick Jr. or PBS for us. So my act of rebelliousness was always being up early enough in the morning to just catch the end of the Disney Channel block, and it was always like it was either like House of Mouse or Lilo and Stitch the series. Or
Yeah,
Proud Family.
yeah.
Proud Family a couple of times. The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh at least once.
My sister and I would like stay up all night and we would watch Adult Swim without my mom's knowledge.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
one time, like, on Saturday night, because Saturday nights are anime night. My sister and I was watching anime on my mom's TV in her room.
Yeah.
And of course she didn't care because anime, that's safe for kids, right?
Let's try.
And then like fucking and Fooly Cooley was on.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh well, it's like a short series, like 6 episodes or something. I don't remember.
Okay,
I don't
so
remember how
like,
many episodes. It's like
what
a
is it? I think that's called a miniseries or something. Anyway.
It's a miniseries. It's a miniseries, and like there's an episode where like the main chick is like sensually sharing an egg with the main guy's dad. And
This sounds like an episode of Family Guy. What the hell is this?
and
I left for a second. What
and
happened?
like it's really freaking weird and like really freaking sensual and sexual and stuff. And my mom was like,
And-
"Nope, we're turning this off."
Yeah, I'd probably cancel it about there too. It's like, what the fuck?
What's with all these kids watching Adult Swim at 9 to 10 or 12 to 13? What's wrong with you kids?
Well, here's the thing.
Well, you see, they have a high enough IQ to understand Rick and Morty. So.
Yeah, rebellion. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. And I
Also-
quickly learned my parents forbade those shows for a reason.
I can certainly say.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If my sister and I didn't rebel, we wouldn't be into the things that we are now.
You got a fair
And we
point.
wouldn't- And you know what? I still like Fooly Cooly. I didn't understand it as a kid, but I watched it again like a few years ago, and I was like, oh, I quite enjoy this.
Now, the adult shows I watched were like those 60s sitcoms.
Ah, yes.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come
It's fun inside. It's a Mickey Mouse.
Clubhouse. Come inside. It's fun inside.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. I'm just looking at the chat.
What they say?
ZD, you wonderful rebellious little child. We all aspire to be like ZD one day. Oh God.
Aw.
Oh.
Despite peer pressure, I never saw Adult Swim shows. Well, good on you, Bella. Sometimes it's, you know, honestly, when it comes to doing things in secret as a kid, sometimes it's just a judgment call on the kid themselves just to make a choice for themselves. And you know, that's perfectly fine. At the same time,
I
however,
learned
in
with
other
the small one.
cases, they should learn a little more. Like, don't do drugs, don't smoke, just watch TV that
Well,
mom and dad
I
calls
learned-
inappropriate. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I learned quickly that my parents, they forbade some things for a reason. The rules were there for a reason.
I mean,
So when they say don't
I
do
don't-
drugs, don't drink
What I
alcohol,
really
I'm like,
don't- what
okay.
I really don't like is when parents forbid like kids shows for arbitrary reasons.
okay, see, now that's something interesting about my history with my parents and the shows I'm not allowed to watch. So we're allowed to watch Nick Jr., Playhouse Disney, and the shit. But like, so for all intents and purposes, Fox was off limits, Cartoon Network was relatively off limits, Nickelodeon was off limits, and the regular Disney Channel was off limits. Now the thing is, I could understand a lot of that. The Simpsons, it's not a family show. Okay, I'll believe you. But when something is on the Disney Channel and we watch Disney regularly and we go to Disneyland regularly, my kid brain is like, you're full of it. I'm gonna watch the Disney Channel whether you want me to or not. So that
Yeah,
was my act of
we
rebellion,
did.
watching the Disney Channel on the regular block.
Yeah, my parents weren't like strict on. Well, sometimes my dad watched The Simpsons and he allowed me to sit in with him. But then when like Homer Simpson cut off his thumb, I'm like, I'm out of here, Daddy.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into the emotional baggage of this stuff. My acts of rebellion as a kid were very, yeah.
Autistic writer says I was allowed to watch Tom and Jerry. My sister wasn't.
That's
As you were older.
Is it that you were smart enough not to bash people over the head with literally anything you could find in the household? Because Tom and Jerry was not only violent, but like when it comes to the imitatable violence, Tom and Jerry's the king of imitatable violence. Like, they use things that are in your common household that you could easily pick up. They're not just dropping pianos on each other. They're using frying pans and knives and golf clubs. It's like, you could easily access these things and like easily use them. It's like when Animaniacs has to go to the lengths of like having characters lift up friggin' whole cruise liners. It's like, that's when you think like, okay, this is definitely the over-the-top cartoonish violence. But when you think of real legit cartoon violence, you're not thinking of Titanic style like boats. You're thinking of sticks of dynamite, things that are small and probably fairly easily accessible. So it's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's interesting.
Okay, what? Like when the sister reached the same age years upon years ago, she wasn't allowed to watch it? I'm like, were your parents sexist or something?
Uh-oh. It's not like Tom and Jerry's a boys show. It's not like Tom and Jerry's a show. It's a series of shorts, for pity's sake.
Hey, Nathan.
What?
Nathan. V wants to join.
Who? Oh! Just get her in here. Give me a second.
Okay.
Hang on. So add a member to the thing.
No, it was more about the violence. Like, sister was not allowed to watch violence at the same age you were.
Sexist.
Well,
Red alert.
That's bullshit.
No, it's a real thing. Some parents
It's
don't.
absolute
Some
horseshit.
parents
Oh my
want to. Some parents will shield their little girls from more things than they'll shield the little boys from, which actually is probably more horrifying for the boys than the girls.
Hello, Victoria.
It's
Victoria.
there's no care for the.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, okay.
Hi, people.
All right, I'm just.
Yay. Quite yet.
All right, I hope that's a good volume. Anyway, not too loud, not too quiet. Not enough. Maintain smooth streaming. Well, screw you. I'm gonna keep streaming anyway. Yeah. All right.
I just lowered the quality to 480p and it's
There we go.
Okay.
I can hear
Can
you,
I-
people.
Woo!
yay.
Can I say something to the chat here? You have to
can.
understand that we may not be able to read every single comment. There's no need to spam us on certain comics.
That is
okay?
that is true.
And
We
if
are
you do spam,
we're doing what we can. You know. I have
if
said
you
before.
do spam, if you spam too much, I will. If you spam too much, I will have to put you on timeout.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about that. There
you
isn't
guys
actually a
still
lot
there?
of spam going on. It's just very busy chat. And
Well,
yeah,
that's why I haven't done it. That's why I haven't.
I
done
have
anything.
said before that why live stream if you're not going to interact with everybody, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you can't read absolutely every message. I know we've only got 12 people, but the chat is just moving so quickly.
Yeah.
strike
I
while
mean,
the
I
iron
just
is
got
hot.
around here not that long ago.
Yeah.
I had to work today.
Oh boy, how was
I mean,
that?
don't you usually?
Yes, I'm usually busy.
Yeah, I'm on vacation, as my family's on vacation. So yeah.
So wait, you're
Oh.
so basically your vacation is having the house to yourself?
No, the family I work for is on vacation, so I'm just hanging out with my family. Well, they're off. They don't need me to watch their kids, so I'm just, okay, enjoy this 4th of July week off.
Yay.
All right, I'm gonna finish this drawing off with a nice big. Hang on, is there? Wait, is Pinky the poly? Wait, what's the poly flag look like? Is that what Pinky's got going on here?
No. Pinky has the pan flag.
Pan flag. Sorry. Is there a poly?
Okay.
Is there a poly flag?
If you're
There's
talking,
a poly flag. Hold on.
Okay.
okay, you're talking about polyamorous, right? Not polysexual, because those are two different things.
All right, I'll look up the polyamorous flag.
Yeah, that's
Polyamorous
blue,
is
red, black,
red.
and with a pi symbol in the middle.
All right, then I think I'll just. I think I'm just gonna create the fucking stupid keyboard won't listen to me. Yeah.
Oh wait, what is this new polyamory pride flag? It's got the heart with the infinity symbol in it. It's kind of cute looking.
Oh, what's going on?
Well, it's still blue, red, and
Just like-
black.
Sitting here, like, twiddling my thumbs and all that fun stuff.
Thank you. Let me just go ahead and back to the. Victoria, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I can do
I'm
one
just
way
tired
better.
from work. It was really hot in work and busy. And it's just like, ugh.
All right, I'm just
But other
gonna.
than that, I'm doing great.
I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this off with a little color coding. Let's just.
This, it's most consistent to the old flag while still having that new feature.
There's what?
Are people putting flags up for me? Oh, neat.
That's
There's also,
it.
there's also this one I found. Right here.
Oh, that's a really pretty one.
Like,
I
just-
think that's
yeah.
really, really new though.
Just
That is
no,
pretty-
there's a
Yeah,
distinction.
this article is from 2020.
There is a
Yeah,
Hang on.
there's a distinction between polyamorous and polysexual. Those are two different things.
exactly.
So when you
What do
say
you mean?
poly, it could
Yeah.
mean either one, you know.
Yeah.
These are both polyamory flags though.
Yeah.
And then there's polysexual, which is pink, green, and blue, and that's if you are attracted to more than two genders, but not all of them.
It's another sexuality under the bi-pan umbrella.
I'd certainly imagine so.
Well, I included that flag in my merch, so
nice.
and polyamorous, so yes.
Alright, so let's see if I can just get that cornered off. I think I
Well,
can.
the distinction is up to the person using the label, actually. So
You know,
But polysexual doesn't mean polyamorous.
yeah, I know. Again, it's
Ooh, I
another
think that's
distinction
perfect.
that's up to the person using the label.
Mm-hmm.
alright. Actually, I'm gonna do that darker. No, darker. darker. And then I'm
Lighter,
gonna.
darker, darker, lighter.
And then I'm gonna. If I can, I'm gonna color him in blue. I think that's a.
Blue. Oh,
Make
you're
it
color
blue.
coding them.
Yep. Just so
Oh.
I can get on to the next art piece, because I'm just.
You've had it.
Yeah.
Basically.
I've had it, but also just we ran out of time last time, and I was only halfway done with these guys. That hadn't even drawn Sunburst yet, and it was like, come on, man.
I need to do drawing live streams again. I just don't know when. I did a poll on Twitter a while back saying Mondays or Fridays would be either one of those days, and I got a tie. And I was like, well, that don't help me.
Well, that don't help.
No, it don't.
Wait, send me the tweet. Send me the.
It's a very old tweet.
Oh.
It's already the results came up, and it came up as a tie. So
Well, I'm gonna vote for Monday. There you go. Now it's not a tie.
okay, thank you. I'll probably do that if I muster up the courage for that stuff again.
I guess that one's still open there.
I'm in the fifth dimension.
I think that should go. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hole in the line art. All right. I think. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Yeah.
Like.
Nice.
I like it.
And now I just gotta do the others.
It's like he got the blue flu or something. Now that I look at it.
I am the eighth wonder.
I think maybe I'll make Stygian's eyes yellow for the pie symbol. Just so I can.
And I was born 1852.
I was born in 1852.
You were?
you weren't.
Jeez, you're old.
No, you weren't.
And
No,
I
shh,
shall haunt.
Shh.
Victoria,
Why would
she's
he
a
older
secret
than you?
People
vampire.
tell me I look good for my age. For the love of God.
That would mean I'm older than you.
Shush.
Game chain. Hello. I'm here.
And I don't want to look at the 30s right now.
Hello. I might be small, but I am a freak.
Oh, great. Now my cat is here.
I say banished to
I guess here sleeping.
All right, let's see there.
I watch like hell.
Oh, Cosmic says, "Hey DF, I would like to ask you a question. How do you come up with titles when you create a story?"
That is a good question. Sometimes it's just whatever feels right. Obviously, Bride of Discord was nothing really creative in that.
I mean, it was basically a parody of Bride of Frankenstein, right?
Not really.
So no intended reference there or anything?
It was a parody of Beauty and the Beast, and it's like, but someone already used Pony and the Beast. I'm like,
You're a funny vampire or something. Yeah.
I like Bride of Discord. I know sometimes whatever just fits the theme. sometimes I may not come up with a title until a little bit later after the story conception. Lately I've been using song titles as inspiration.
That sounds pretty cool.
Ooh.
Like my latest Has-Been Hotel fic is called "I'm a Fool to Want You," and if you listen to that song by Frank Sinatra, like that pretty much sums up the whole story.
Nice.
Yeah, right. Bride of the Lindorm King. That's where I got the idea for Bride of Discord title from.
I mean, that's
Sometimes
true, but there's just a lot of Bride of things. Bride of Frankenstein, Bride of Chucky.
Ah, puppy!
Sleeping puppy.
Sleeping puppy. Sleeping
yeah,
puppy.
and then it's daughter or son of, and then yeah.
Everybody, everybody, shut up, shut up. We're looking at dog. We're looking at doggy. We're looking at puppy.
Look at him.
My
Look at
baby
puppy.
boy. I can't believe he's gonna be 4 in August.
He's gonna be 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
in August.
is that his little rabbit toy?
Yeah, he doesn't really play with it because the
My
squeaker doesn't work.
my doggo's gonna be 4 in September.
Oh, so cute.
He's gonna be 4 in September.
My doggo's gonna be 4 in September.
Awesome.
Yeah. Our doggos are the same age.
Right. Now, can I get that color work? Awesome. Niceness. Oh, shoot, forgot
Oh yes,
Oh, no.
yes. Autistic Raider. I ran into that problem when I wanted to title a story, Bear and the Bow.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but that was going to be the original title of Brave.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, sometimes you better look stuff up and make sure you're not accidentally copying someone else's title.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
my
sometimes,
favorite is-
or alternatively, make sure that if you are like, if that just a title hasn't been used in a particular context, like, say you have some story that's named something, but nobody's done a video game with that name, you can probably get away with something like that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's nothing called the last of the myths, so there's something like the end of the myth or the last myth, blah blah blah. So
Like, no,
I can get away with that.
Where?
I mean, like, I remember there was like
Where's the leak?
there was like a TV series called The
Oh, behind
Avengers,
the
and then
glasses.
there's The Avengers.
Yep.
No.
I'm really
Everything is in behind.
Yeah, now if only Disney had done more research about Moana. Do you guys know the story behind that?
Oh, I heard about that. Yes.
I have not.
Yeah. I
heard
think
about
I have.
That turns out in some parts of Europe, there's a famous
Oh,
porn star
yeah.
called Moana.
Oh,
So
yeah.
in some foreign dubs, Moana's name is changed to like Verdrana, yeah, like the Romanian version, for instance.
Something like that. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
like
which
with
totally changes the meaning of her name, but
or like Lapida, Cast in the Sky, the Studio Ghibli film. Sometimes a lot of people know it's just Cast in the Sky, but with Lapida, with the Spanish word meaning la puta, meaning the whore. So they had to like not
okay. Now that was not on Studio Ghibli because they took it from Gulliver's Travels, which was
True.
a long time ago. No, that's to Jonathan Swift, who obviously didn't know Spanish.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
When I was a small child,
You were?
I would. Yeah, I was.
Wow.
I was a small child. I would make like these books, and I would have my mom write for me because I couldn't write.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah, that's pretty much what my mom did sometimes.
Yeah, and one story I had, the main character's name was Horla.
Oh God.
And my mom was like, don't you want to change that? And I was like, no, her name is Horla. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
How was it spelled?
Oh my God. I don't remember that, but my mom keeps telling me about Horla, and I'm just like, I know, Mom. I was like 5. It's okay.
I did. I did run into a character name issue that had a dragon named Gladys, which I thought was the best dragon name ever, and then turned out, of course, it's the best dragon name ever. It's been used before. It's a book series, The Gladys the Dragon. Great.
Whoops.
So I had to change the dragon's name. Now it's Minerva. Minnie for short.
Yay.
Ooh.
You think there's been a Minnie the Dragon?
I don't know.
I want to say no.
Who knows nowadays?
All right.
I mean, it's also funny because Minnie, but it's a big dragon.
I
I
get it.
Yeah, it's what her girlfriend calls her. It's like, don't call me that in front of other people.
I'm trying to be intimidating. God.
Oh, you're so cute and sweet, precious.
That's pretty much how. That's pretty much how they're. That's pretty much how they. Yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much how their relationship is. Like, oh come on, you know you like it. Yes.
All right, there we go. We got the polyamorous.
Well, Bella says,
three.
I'm sorry, did I just hear gay dragons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
nothing wrong with
yeah,
that.
yeah. I have a relationship between a dragon and an elf, and yes, they're both girls. Though my writer's script did go, didn't we already have like a dragon and a donkey and Shrek? Isn't this kind of copying off of them? No, because this is an elf, and she's a girl, and she's a girl.
Well, DF, I have to say something. I just want to
Yes?
be straight with you. I've already kind of done a pairing of a dragon and an elf.
Okay.
Yeah, Farnes and his wife.
Farnes and his wife, who gave birth to the character Josephine.
Oh.
So it's like, so.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, I didn't realize she was an elf, but yeah, still different context and kind of different universe.
Amen to that.
Is
Uh-oh.
she an oracle?
Man, we're creating coloring errors. Damn it.
Oh,
Is
Fizzy
she an oracle? Can she tell the future?
Dizzy. Farnes is...
No, she is not an oracle who can tell the. Let me go ahead and spell
There we
that
go.
first.
Then it's different. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
If
Okay,
I remember your
Farnes,
dragon.
you guys see like the bottom right of the screen here?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
little
He-
dragon?
he's
That's
my little.
Farnes.
Yep.
Dragon.
He's my little dragon dude. We have a whole story behind that if you want to watch the 3-year anniversary of Farnes and Friends. That's up on my channel, and you can hear about like how he was created in the entire wacky world that he used to live in.
How has that been going?
How has that been going? You know, I dropped Farnes and Friends for a while. I might return it as like an alternative, but I'm still gonna put Farnes like as Josephine's father, and that series is gonna be like a slice of life, but it's all gonna be centered around Josephine and her friends and her relationships.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah. A lot has changed. First off, first thing that's definitely changed is that the entire world is gonna take place in modern day, but it's gonna have a like a Roaring 20s aesthetic. Like the entire world will have like technologically advanced thanks to magic, but other than that, everything resembles, from the clothing to the slang to the music, all resembles a bygone era.
Okay.
And also,
Okay.
and also running with an alternate history where gay marriage and shit was legalized back in the 1920s.
That
So
would have
it
been nice.
So it also probably paints a picture of celebrating that like on into the day.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if
like,
you were in,
Harry-
I mean, if you were in ancient Greece, you would have been accepted in the 20s. Like, I mean, like
Yeah.
ancient Greece.
Yeah.
I mean, like the year 20, not like 1920s, not 1820s, but 20s. The real 20s.
Yeah, the original 20s.
The original decade that was called
The
20s.
OG 20s.
I think
Yeah,
I'm just gonna. Man, I gotta.
Oh my gosh, I love all of these. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh gosh, I gotta show you guys. Okay.
Man, coloring error.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The freaking the leather / BDSM flag heart thing in this chart here looks like a suit, and I love it.
What?
Hey, that rocks.
Oh wait, I can do something about this. Wait, I can solve this. Okay, I got it. Solutions. I'm a brilliant mastermind. Yes.
Oh, are you?
Shit. Apparently I'm not.
Oh.
What just happened?
There's an error. There is a Flash being a bitch style error. Okay.
Eyes with Flash.
Everybody screen cap this while you can because it'll break soon.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Now I'm going to export this image. Broken. Export, and they
I'll
gotta
put this
go.
right
Sorry,
here.
sorry,
I'll put
boys,
it
but
right
at least
here.
your art will be remembered in raster form. Now, what's our next? Okay, now that we're finally done with that.
I am in an
Hey
abusive
Z, we're on
relationship,
to
and
hey
his
Z, we're on to
name
your
is a
request.
Data.
Hell yeah! Fucking beefy lady.
Let's do it. Let's fucking
Yay.
do it.
Oh god, that line. I'm in an abusive relationship, and his name is Adobe Flash. Just like with the Rebecca Parham thing.
I
which is
have
probably what it's from.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where it's from. I remember. Okay, I gotta pull up this picture because it's just so apt. It's from the aforementioned Farnes and Friends 3-year anniversary special, and it's probably one of the funnier images I drew for that because a lot of just talking and like pictures that I drew to go along with the discussions therein. Oh, here we go.
Hey, Miraculous. I'm sorry, the comic can use whatever language he wants.
Yeah, what's she on about? Language comic.
I
Why-
don't even
why
Wasn't
you
there
co-
like there's a disclaimer on the description that says about swearing.
I mean, obviously, but at the very least, it's also like, have you been to these streams before? Like, come on.
You're not fucking paying the fuck attention, fuck.
Here's the funny picture.
Damn
Yeah!
Yes!
Adobe Flash is the devil.
Relationship, and their name is Adobe Flash.
Flash, as it was, as it continued. It's Adobe Animate now, but we don't talk about how we don't care.
Random beefy lady or an actual character? You know, that's actually a good question.
Oh, you know what? I can
How
give you a
great.
character.
Oh, go ahead.
Give you-
Go ahead.
All right.
That'll definitely speed this process along a bit because having to design a character from the ground up is a pain in the butt. I should know. I'm actually adjusting my commission prices, and I wanted to create a new version of the sheet and a different method of pricing it out. But at the same time, it was like I was trying to draw a character for it, and I was like, I can't just create a character from scratch. So I went and tried
There you
looking
go.
for a character that I could use, and then I found her,
Oh, wow.
and then, I'm in love.
Wow. You've made me feel an emotion that was not unlocked yet.
She is.
What?
Hey, sexy lady.
Excuse me, why does your head not match everything else about you?
I need to get some commission.
That's what
I don't-
happens when the high school cheerleader grows up and just hits the gym every day.
She
Okay.
is literally the best character. Noe, she is the
Talk-
best.
or are you talking about buying commissions? Because my commissions are open and you should buy them.
Wait, the Adobe Devil Flasher.
Cosmic Trail keeps on asking, like, is Flash discontinued?
Yeah.
Well, you see, the thing about that is that I have it because
Because he's a pirate.
do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Are my comments getting filtered? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, man. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna do something about this right now if I can. Let's see. Where is my YouTube studio? Let's see. I think okay, let's see. Comments. Customization? I don't know. Branding, layout, basic info. Copyright, subtitles, comments, mentions. No, wait, hang on. Contains
I just
questions.
realized when you mentioned
subscriber
about commissions,
count,
I was like, shit,
current filters
I
as
have a commission to
default.
work on for Logan. Toucan?
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
for the last time, miraculous. We already have all these requests that he has to do.
Yeah. But let's see.
Next time.
Yeah. Or if there's time at the end, I'll just squeeze that in there. Let's just go ahead and put in Kwame, maybe. There. Anyway, now let's see. Subtitles. I know that at one point I was a little baby YouTuber who never swore in his life. Can you fucking leave it? But like, and at that point I was like, I don't want swearing in my comment section either, and I had some settings where it was like, okay, there it is, the blocked words. Save. Hey guys, you can swear now. You can even you can even use the C word. I can't believe I went ahead and went to the length of.
Do it. Everybody, freely
Can't
swear in the
believe
chat right now.
We're finally. We're not gonna get filtered anymore, guys.
We're no longer censored. Get crazy.
Do it. Do it. I'm cool with it. I was just talking about the live stream next week. That's fair, because by
just
next
got
week we should
filtered.
definitely have all this stuff.
Oh, Cosmic says, can I?
Oh,
get a
it just got
request next time?
filtered.
Of course.
Yeah,
next
absolutely. Mine just got filtered. Okay, well, maybe by the next stream we'll
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
very possible.
I'm gonna say we'll probably have to wait till the next stream because I just changed the
Aw.
settings. Maybe it's not gonna respond so quickly. But I guess that'll be up to someone to decide the fate of our chat section by the time we return.
Yay.
Then again, go to the comment section below and see if you can do something there, because I think you can still use comments. Can you use comments
Are you
right now?
taking?
You can't use comments when you're streaming.
When it's live? Okay. Are you
Yeah.
gonna?
After
I'm not sure.
Comment.
Crap
Are you
apples, these nuts. I don't know. Cool. Yeah, I read the thing about like the next live stream and whatever. Yeah, I know. I'm reading some of this stuff. I'm reading as fast as I can. All right, I'm gonna head the. I'm
As
gonna.
fast as we can.
Stream.
What?
I'm asking if you're taking requests for the next stream.
No. I'm not
No.
doing that. No.
Sorry, Cosmic and Team Miraculous.
All right, let me start with a bit of a stick figure. Okay. Poses.
Team
Poses.
Well done.
I'd never be able to draw that.
What, the beefy lady?
Yeah.
You just die of gay panic before you do it.
No, I don't get any sort of panic over the muscular thing. I don't.
I'm just trying to get myself to practice different styles.
Amen to
Different
that.
drawing styles. I've actually tried doing this little thing with my OC.
The thing is, I didn't start actually being attracted to beefy women until Dora Hidoro, and I was just like, damn. We need more beefy women, please.
But yeah, I've been doing like a little exercise, so like doing like some different shows. Like, you know how people sometimes would do like different, like 20 drawings of their character, but from like a different show or whatever.
Yes, exactly. That's a pretty
I've
good
actually
exercise.
done like a little test thing with my character. I'm still working on Gravity Falls one, but I did basically the Disney shows, the DuckTales, Owl House, and Amphibia.
Nice. It's so interesting when people can say things like cartoons look very similar, nowadays when there's there's not only is there such a variety of artistic sensibilities in a lot of the different shows, but there's also in general like oh, bye Piglet. Okay.
Oh, bye, Piglet.
Piglet.
You have a question? Go ahead. I'll go ahead and I'll try to get up on reading that. But anyway, what was I saying?
Something about different styles.
That they have distinct art styles.
Yeah.
Although Gravity Falls and Amphibia does kind of have a similar art style.
See, I was just gonna say that because it was like, so it's like you can think like, especially when you compare shows that look very similar, but at the same time there are nuances to it in regards in a simple phrase that I like to call, mostly because this is just how the phrase goes, deceptively simple. Like it may seem like they're like the same, but it's like there are way too many like differences in how they treat their aesthetics. It's like, sure, you could see crossover in like they did a Gravity Falls crossover, and the Seuss frog looked pretty much identical to Seuss, but at the same time, it's like it's just because those characters and their aesthetic translate very well to the Amphibia aesthetic, even though they are still different. So, yeah. It's like, how can you say that a lot of shows look similar when there are so many varieties of shows out there anyway?
I got
The same studio, they tend to have a similar look. Like,
Tell that to
told by
gosh,
Ginger
I
and
love it.
Buckrat.
tell that to Phineas and Ferb, Kim Possible, and Owl House for me, would you?
No. Like that same. When I say studio, like the same group of animators.
I suppose so, but you can still see like
You know. Okay, say Rugrats, Rocket Power, and As Told by Ginger.
that's
the same
definitely
people,
true.
yeah.
That's definitely true. I can also
And Wild Thornberries. Yeah.
Yep. I can definitely also point that out with Mercury Filmworks, who were responsible for season 1 of Wander Over Yonder. They also did the animation for Jake and the Neverland Pirates, the Mickey Mouse shorts, and others. It's like, and they're pretty distinct with how fluid their animation is and how wacky and over the top it can be at times.
Yeah.
I think my cat found a fly.
True fly.
Kitty fly.
Oh, they fucking do not. Bella says people say that Gumball, Watterson, and Steven Universe have the same face shape. They fucking do not. Shut
Not
the
even
fuck
remo-
up.
Okay, let me
We're
paint-
not the CalArts.
I want to point this out. Gumball is Gumball is a flat character design. I mean, literally, his design is that he is a Flash puppet, and not in the traditional sense of like My Little Pony or you know, some similar show. But I mean like this is the early age of like more like Yakety Yak or some like or Coconut Fred, some kind of old puppet show when they were just figuring it out, and it's really flat. I guess he more resembles Total Drama, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at, with the really flat look for his character design. Whereas Steven Universe not only has a more three-dimensional face shape, but he's also, his face is also softer. Gumball's face kind of just looks like a cookie cutter. It's like,
You can see similarities in the literal jelly bean shape, but that's where it
question.
ends.
Oh, here are the questions. Did you ever get a chance to see the funny Studio C fairy tale thing? No. And would you like to see the multi-mouse miraculous? Well, I know who Multi-Mouse is, if that answers that.
Would you like to see it though?
No. I don't know.
No. All right.
Don't go
thanks.
linking us to other videos. I mean, hard to keep on this video as it is.
Say, Mr. Pons, do you ever get the feeling that we exist simultaneously in multiple parallel universes, completely unaware the others' very existence? That's from the end of Box Trolls, isn't it?
No, that's from the Gravity Falls Amphibia crossover. That's why I was like, why are you saying this in a British accent? It's Suits.
Oh, hey, Mr. Pons, Do you get the feeling that we exist simultaneously in multiple parallel universes, completely unaware of the other's very existence? How did I not know that? I watched that episode.
Yeah. I remember that
I'm
now.
all caught up with...
Relax, everyone. It's just waxed.
You've been licking yourself again, Frog Zeus? Ha, you know it.
Goodness.
Yeah, there were complaints on why Dipper and Mabel were not in that episode. On the other hand, well, you have an evil version of Stan here, so I don't think you'd want the kids there.
Okay, versus the fact that you'd have to call Jason Ritter and I forget the other one's name, but they're like top tier. They can't be
Kristen
cheap.
Shaw.
Yeah, Kristen Shaw. They can't be cheap. Like they're
But
big.
but she showed up in another episode.
They're A-list actors, like as far as I can tell, right? Like they're not like
They
B
have
tier.
to think about schedules too when it comes
Yeah,
to that.
scheduling conflict is
showed up-
also another good reason.
But she showed up in another episode though.
She did. What episode was that?
She showed up as like a bellhop and when they were.
Oh,
at the
you're
hotel.
right. In Newton, in Newt City, or what Newtopia. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Oh man.
like a couple episodes later too.
You're absolutely. You know, at that point, then it may not have been a scheduling conflict. It just may have been a story conflict.
Yeah, they
you know,
wouldn't have fit
also,
into that episode.
Hey, remember, the My Little Pony Christmas Carol was gonna have Discord as Marley, but they didn't have time for it.
That would have been cool.
I know.
Yeah, that
Take
would
on the
have
Marley.
Biggest grievances with that episode is just like what we could have had. Like, why did you tell us that? You should have never told us because
Exactly. It's like, you know, behind the scenes information stays behind the scenes because you never know who you're gonna disappoint by telling them, we could have had Discord in this episode. You know what they really should have done? They should have made that episode a two-parter and did the whole adaptation, even with like the whole Emily love interest thing with Scrooge character. You know, they really should have just done the straight Christmas Carol. Because it is public domain, they could totally do it.
Snow White Shiver. Who would they have shipped her with?
Oh, that's a good question.
Trixie.
They could have just put Sunburst in there since he was part of Starlight.
Oh, there you go. That's who they would have done. Yeah. Because at the time, the show was still like, you know, still kowtowing to soccer moms. It was only in season 9 that they put in the gay ants, probably because they were thinking like, what are they going to do, cancel us?
Cancel us?
It's like, here,
the other
season
hand-
9, we're the last season. Let's put all our gay shit in here. Have no fear. The end is near.
The end is queer.
That's an interesting way of looking at it, isn't it?
That's some Revelations type shit. The end is queer.
The end is queer.
Yes! Put that on a t-shirt.
That was cool though how they managed to put in a Sherlock reference in that episode.
What?
They squeezed in Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman and then the Moriarty guy from the Sherlock series in that, you know, 19th century London Sherlock out.
Oh,
Sherlock
yeah.
thing.
Okay, yeah, I remember Sherlock Pony in the background. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because there were a lot of references in there. Oh my gosh.
And
Okay.
of course,
Watch the show.
Vinyl Scratch being like a phonograph players.
Not
or whatever.
even a record though, with a cylinder. Now you know you're really getting old.
Oh god.
Yeah, because like, well, we can't put Vinyl Scratch in there. Vinyl Scratch is all about the wubs and such. So like, oh no, we'll just go to the.
We'll just
Down
go
to my-
ye old wubs.
Honestly, if you wanted ye old wubs, I could totally see Vinyl Scratch in a 20s era environment creating electro swing.
Yeah, with those record discs on the phonograph.
You just hear what da 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 what da da da.
Yeah, just give Vinyl a whole bunch of phonographs.
Squeal or
And...
something.
Yep. Oh. You know, in terms of the show, let's just not talk about Miraculous. I am exhausted, and I do not want to even think about it anymore.
I have a love-hate relationship with that show now.
With more fucking designs, and the designs are all I'm here for. And stop! I can't do this shit.
No,
I'm done.
it's like, oh come on, you guys are so dumb. Just realize you love each other as the opposite. And like, why do you have to keep it a secret between each other though?
The old
I never
man is
explained that.
literally gone. The old man is literally gone.
I still
And they never explained that.
I gotta paint this picture for y'all because honestly, just Alia being like Genki to Marinette's Miles Morales for Spider-Man would have been so much better from the beginning instead of this halfway to the end bullshit where they just reveal the identity here and now. It's like, no.
Guys, I can't do this shit.
I'm done. I'm done with the show. I am permanently done. Cancel. I do not have the energy for it anymore. And
I know.
I have rarely said that. I once thought I would drop Steven Universe, but I stuck it out to the end, and you know what? I was at least somewhat rewarded. It was okay ending. But like,
We got a named Baxter in the finale. We got rewarded.
yeah, Jane's Baxter.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course
what's
I was
with you guys? What you gonna be? You know what? That was the same as the pony finale. Now I think about it. You know, everyone acting like they were totally fine with it, and then they just break down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Why aren't you guys crying?
I'm spending so much time on this little. You know, actually, I think this could be the structure of the. Like, I could blow this up, and it would be the sketch for the final drawing.
Blow it up. Well, you don't have any dynamite though.
Whoop.
Ah.
Hang on. Whoop.
I asked before.
Yeah.
Whoa,
we're
Jesus.
like
voice
that.
actor-
Yeah.
voice actress for Sabine died recently.
Ooh, what?
Oh yeah, I heard about that over on TikTok.
Oh, Sabine. I know that name. Who was Sabine?
Marinette's mama.
Oh no.
Voice actress for
Who's
her.
mom? What? What's happening?
Oh no.
Meredith
The person that voiced Sabine in the English dub, she passed away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was like some kind of cancer. I don't know what it was per se. If I can't think of it off the top of my head.
As much as Steven Universe does have problems, I'd really rather not get into that.
You don't get me started on Steven Universe's problems. Anyway.
I enjoy it too much to have it trash talked right here.
The
Right
more
now.
that I think about the epilogue thing, I go, oh crap, this is what I deal with.
The epilogue thing was not
And here's the thing. It was like
the way to end off the show.
the last season of like the regular season universe, Steven Universe. They thought that it was gonna be their final season. They were like, well, crap. Well, we gotta cram all this story into one season.
We
And
gotta
then,
wrap
like,
this
after they were
shit
done-
up. Wrap it
Yeah,
up.
and then after they were done, Cartoon Network was like, surprise, you get one more season. And then
Are you
and then they
fucking
were like,
kidding
"What?"
me?
well, now
So-
we gotta do an epilogue series.
So basically Steven Universe Future did not come out of a desire to see a time skip and where everybody is, where are they now scenario, but instead it came out of fucking necessity?
Yeah.
No wonder
Yeah.
Connie didn't show up. Where the fuck was Connie?
Daddy.
She did.
She was there.
Oh yeah, she was there for like 2.5 episodes.
What? You missed the proposal thing?
I did not miss the proposal thing. That was one of the 2.5 episodes. Let me paint a picture for you here.
Let's see.
Your
There's the roller skating one.
I'm sad they never confirmed Peridot and Lapis.
Oh, did
You
you
really should have. Please, that would have been great.
Peridot actually got confirmed to be Ace Arrow.
Okay, fair enough.
Doesn't mean they
Yeah.
can't have a
Okay, I'm
relationship.
good.
You're acting
Yeah,
like
Ace
Ace Arrow
Arrow's-
can't have a relationship.
Yeah, Ace Arrows have relationships.
Okay,
but
but they'd be like a quasi-platonic relationship.
They're
So?
platonic, yeah. I'll be right back. But when I get back, I want to sing something, but I don't know what. So if you got any ideas, things you'd like to hear me sing, think of them.
Can we stop
I mean,
with Steven
I would
Universe?
have at least liked to see what a lapis paradox fusion would look like.
That is definitely a good idea. Let's end the.
Oh, please. Oh, that would have.
Don't hurt my heart, man.
Don't shatter the heart.
Man, people
No,
are
spit out.
being mean.
People
We
are
talk
being
about Steven
mean.
Universe. Come on, we were talking about Dora the Explorer, and what's wrong with talking about Steven Universe?
Yeah, exactly.
So say I wouldn't know much with Dora the Explorer because I never really watched a lot of Nick Jr. I was basically a PBS kid.
Woo! So you got Arthur,
you had to belong
Clifford
to
the
one.
Big Red Dog.
Yep.
I watched
Nice.
I watched all three: Nick Jr., Playhouse Disney, and PBS.
Same.
I
watched
cable
a lot.
I didn't have cable until I was like 14.
Let's skip to Owl House. That's a great idea. Did you hear pin trading was back at Disneyland? I did not. I did not.
Did I hear what? What?
Pin trading is back at Disneyland.
Ooh.
Huh?
Pin
Pin
trading at Disneyland. It has made a return.
But Owl House, have you guys seen the newest episode?
I have.
Yes.
We have.
The ending. Oh my god.
Ah!
What the hell is that? What's going on?
I'm scared.
That mom, I really wanted to just slap. It's so much.
Just how dense she is and not being able to
We're gonna
recognize
busy-
what's in front
busy
of
Oh,
her.
Shut up,
apparently
I haven't
we
seen
can't talk
season
about
two.
season 2.
Oh, yeah, shut up.
Sarah.
We haven't-
Alright,
yeah.
fine. Oh, and of course, Miraculous is going to be mean about that right afterwards. Okay, sorry.
Okay, let's just keep the spoilers to like a knot. Let's just no spoilers.
Wait, I didn't say any spoilers.
No,
I
no,
just
we
said
didn't.
the
We were
ending.
being very and just to ambiguously answer that question, Miraculous, I do not. Anyway,
How dare you?
I don't.
I do not know.
We don't know.
I mean, you're right about that, but at the same time,
I do not know. You can't. They're immortal?
I don't think that was the point.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's the thing my dad does. You know, it's because it's from Hercules. Every time he says, I do not know, he goes, you can't. They're immortal. It's like,
Oh.
Sorry.
I wish my
I'm
dad
becoming
was
my
more
dad.
into like the animation stuff. He's not that big of a fan of animation.
Huh?
How dare he?
I know he's more like animation is only good when it's Looney Tunes, but that's it.
You know?
How dare he?
Hey!
And I'm-
Don't be dissing the tunes, man.
No, I mean like
I'm
he
not
only
dissing the
cares
tunes, I'm
about
dissing your
Looney
dad.
Tunes.
You mean,
He only
you mean
cares
he's a
about the
stickler.
Looney Tunes stuff.
It's not a bad thing to
He
be
doesn't
into.
care about- Yeah, but he doesn't care about any other animation.
Then weasel him in with a really good comedy movie.
I tried.
Take him to the new Space Jam movie.
Ooh, there you go.
Alright.
My dad mostly watches either Blue Bloods or something to do with presidency.
The West Wing?
That too. He would watch something like that. He watches only those kinds of shows, and I'm just like, please watch something else.
And my house has always had variety. There's from like some days it'll be the detective show, some days it'll be like those really old sitcoms, some days it'll be really old cartoons or yeah.
It's always that kind of stuff.
Like I was raised on Adam West Batman.
Hmm.
Look, I know what you all think of Adam West, but face it, it's meant to be campy, okay?
I don't have anything against Adam West.
What do you think we
And
have
yeah.
list?
Adam West is the real G.
Yeah, I mean, it was based off of the Silver Age comic books, so.
I mean, you
there
want to
go.
say that Batman's never goofy? You should read some of the older comics.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
well, like
that
there was the
end is
gold.
like-
There was the Golden Age, which got really dark, and because there were concerned parents, like, okay, they can never swear, there can never be blood, nobody can have sex. If anyone
Man, a
punches
lot of those
anybody,
things
there
have
could be
completely changed.
like if anyone should punch somebody, it should be like a pow, wham, bam, zap kind of thing. You don't see it. So that's why the Batman was in the Silver Age of comics. So that's why it was like that.
Yeah. Well, of course, I can never watch a movie with my father because he's like 80% deaf. So anytime he watches something, if you were to say something, he has to go back and watch the same scene over again. Sometimes more if there's people talking fast.
Don't you ever watch with subtitles?
He had subtitles on, but they were too fast for him.
Oh boy.
My grandma's the same way. We'll turn it all the way up, and the thing is, she'll be on her Kindle at the same time, so she won't be reading the subtitles.
Oh boy.
And then, and then like halfway through the movie, she's like, "Can you turn it up a bit?" I'm like, I couldn't hear anything of what's going on. Like, why didn't you say so when we started the movie? We could have turned it up when we started.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
But, I mean, we're trying to get my dad to get his new hearing aids, but I don't know, there's some complication going on, and I have no idea what's going on now.
I'll bet you the complication is COVID.
No, not that.
Oh.
I don't know exactly, but I'm just like, I could never watch a movie with him because of that. And I still get flashbacks to when we were trying to... This is when Transformers movies came out. It was like the second one. And it was that one scene where Shia LaBeouf was explaining something, and he was talking so fast. Like, my dad had to repeat it I don't know how many times.
Yeah, but
I think at that point, I was like, okay, I'm not watching movies with you anymore.
That's sad.
Yeah. My grandma tends to forget a lot of stuff. So if we just watched a movie, she'll forget about it like the next day.
Yeah.
Or she'll like record the same movies on demand over and over and over again, saying she hadn't seen this in forever. Like, you saw it last week.
Yeah.
Let's see. Flip that
Of
around.
course, my mom and I, we need to watch In the Heights before it goes away from HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max.
Yeah, until the 11th.
Oh, thanks for the heads up. I wanted to watch that.
I know. Of course, my sister has seen it because it's her HBO Max, and she liked it better than Hamilton.
Like, I hadn't heard of the musical before the movie trailer came out, but as soon as I see the trailer, I'm like, oh my god, this is brilliant.
I know.
Like, and I've only seen like 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard some good things about it, and of course, it's Lin-Manuel Miranda. Of course, it's gonna be good.
All right.
Yeah, like I was so looking forward to that coming out in the movie theaters,
You
and then
guys. Oh
boom.
god. You know what's the funniest thing to me?
What?
There are like high schools that like have a predominantly white students, and they're trying and they freaking decide, hey, let's do our production of In the Heights. You know,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
you know,
Yeah,
that musical that's about, you know, racial discriminancy or whatever.
Hey,
Yeah. Do it with
can
all the
I-
white students.
could I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
If you have a Lin-Manuel Miranda musical you want to do with an all-white cast, Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like, literally
Yeah,
would be
seriously.
apt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Seriously, but
yeah.
I saw like this one TikTok. This guy was like reacting to like a TikTok of somebody's high school production of In the Heights, and he was like, what? No. And my exact response to that was, well, not exact, but my response to that was okay. If you have, okay, if your school is predominantly white, don't pick a musical where like race matters, please.
Yeah, yeah. Looking back on this, we did a production of Hairspray, but the thing is, this was in Romania, and we had like 4 black kids at our school, and only like 3 of them auditioned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my teacher ended up making it an ethnic group. Look, not my idea. Look, we were a small school, we were in Romania, the black population is not very big to begin with in that country.
Boy.
I don't know why she picked it to begin with, but yeah, there you go. No, actually it was 5 and then 4 audition. Okay.
Anybody come up with any song requests, or do y'all just not care?
Yeah.
Nope, nothing. Okay.
Hairspray was fun though. I was cast as Prudy Pinkleton, that overly religious mother who ties her daughter to the bed.
I didn't know that happens in Hairspray. I've never
Yeah,
seen
Oh
Hairspray.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
Oh yeah, and I
close
had to have.
end.
Yeah, and I had to say this line like, "Forgive me, this was from a script. I'm just quoting, okay? Like, oh my God, colored people in the house. I'll never sell it now."
Oh,
Oh
boy.
yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Look, it was acting. It was acting,
She's
okay?
Bunny.
I was supposed to be playing a racist, which was very weird.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an actor, you gotta play the part you're given.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I kept getting the crazy roles. I mean, first I'm cast as the overly religious, racist, psycho mother, and then I'm cast as the cannibalistic, world-dominating plant.
You wanted that second one, though.
Sure.
You wanted that second
Yeah,
one.
let me paint
All
like
right. Fair
let me paint a
enough.
picture. I would probably get some very I would get some utter glee from having to play a part in a play or something where I was the racist, sexist, or the homophobe, just to be in that moment of, yeah, see, that's what you sound like.
It's you. That's what you sound like.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you realize
When
how
I was in high
ridiculous you sound?
Of course, when I was
Yeah,
in
it's
high
very-
school, I was always cast as an old lady.
Oh. Oh, yeah?
Interesting.
I
Actually,
did play
one
an
time I
old
was an
lady
old
for
man.
like a street scene.
I was an old man one time.
Mm.
It was like for a one-act play that we did. It was called like the Three Wise Men's Younger, Dumber Brothers, and it was
What?
about like it was like based off like the the Three Wise Brothers. This is their younger, dumber brothers that go after them because they've been gone for too long, something like that.
Right.
I don't know. It was a weird play.
You're a weird.
Okay.
Um, but I played the king character who liked to whack people's its off, but we don't know what it is.
It.
Yeah,
Whack people. It.
I have no idea. I was a junior in high school, so. But yeah, it was a weird time.
So many shades of sorrow got mixed into
All right.
You know, it's interesting. We never did a Dracula or vampire themed play at our school.
Oh, that's upsetting.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
The thing is, we had a lot of coffins lying around for like the Halloween parties. So
Huh.
I wondered why we never did a Dracula kind of thing. Oh, maybe they had like them ages ago, or maybe we just had enough vampires. We even had a bat signal in our auditorium.
Na 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 na.
Well, that's what we called it. It was just like a spotlight in the shape of a bat.
That's the bat signal.
Exactly. Yeah, because we were the vampires, so that's why.
Why so blue?
Like the bat signal is just a spotlight in the shape of a bat. Like no fussing around with that. That's exactly what it is.
And I wanna keep
Yeah,
on
I know, like
wanna be
one group of kids in the film class like did a Nosferatu kind of silent movie thing.
I'd love to see your color shining through.
Oh boy.
There.
High school, I feel old because I graduated high school 10 years ago, and I'm just like, I feel old.
No.
8 years ago.
Of course, a lot has changed in the last 10 years since I left the school. That
Yeah. Yeah, all the kids have tablets now. Like, oh,
Well-
you're learning online, and yet you don't have any typing classes. What's wrong with your school? We had typing classes when I was your age.
Same here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys want to hear a fun fact?
What?
So when I was like in grade school, like, well, elementary school more like,
Okay.
I had just learned how to use floppy disks like the year before they were like obsolete.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Timing.
I never learned how to use those.
I think I might have. But then again, I think I'm the oldest of all you guys.
Yep.
I'm old. I'm ancient. I'm close to 30.
Just like the next year, I was like in a computer class, and my teacher was like, "Okay, students, take out your flash drives." I was like, "What is that? What is that?"
I was not prepared for this.
I just learned how to use floppy disks. What are you talking about?
Okay,
You kids.
I think I got her face shape. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I nailed that. All right. It's just
Yeah. I'm the oldest one in this group, but yet the youngest one in my family.
there you go.
Yeah, my sister's about to have one of my sisters about to have a baby, and she's due next week.
Aww.
Yes, I texted her earlier like, "Hey, how's it going with you and the baby?"
Name the baby little shit.
Oh,
How's everything with you and the little shit?
oh God. Well, of course I'm gonna be on the phone when I find out that my sister is going into labor, and I'll be like, "Of course I want to know, is it a boy or a girl?"
Undetermined. In this day and age, they get to decide.
Yes.
What?
That's true.
What?
I mean,
of course, I was like saying like, whenever I get a chance with a kid, I want to take that kid to
What?
Disney World with me. When they're older, that is.
Are you making some weird trans joke?
What?
I'm making a general identity joke, really.
Oh. Yeah, then maybe don't do that one. Because people don't pick out their genders on purpose. They pick out their label.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, your gender is what you feel.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you
Yeah.
don't. But that is not determined by what is in your pants.
It's not determined by what is in your pants.
Your joke struck me as more the thing is like, oh, they go pick it out themselves.
They go pick it out at
No!
Walmart.
No! Welcome to the gay store, home of the gays. Can I get you anything? Do you need help looking around?
A gender.
Ah, yes, that will be down on aisle 3.
Oh my gosh! Like
People
I
are
was
saying like,
watching somebody's. I was watching somebody's video, and they were talking about transgender, and they were like, transgenderism is a what was it? Wait, what did she say exactly? She said dysphoria is a mental condition. You can't. It's. You can't go to the aisle. Now you'll pick it up along with your depression and anxiety. I don't remember what she exactly said, but I remember thinking that was very funny because it's very true.
Yeah.
See, Miraculous said it's 8:09. Not where I am.
No.
Ooh, it's 10:09 here.
Tier
10.
10.
Oh, no, it's
11:09.
11. It's 11. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh.
11:09.
Forgive me, I got out of work like 2 hours ago.
Hooray, I want a Disney bound Donald.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to look up like Mickey, like some mini ears of like Tangled theme, and I was like, I could probably make some from my Disney bound outfit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have like Rapunzel themed ears somewhere in Disneyland. They had like I have Little Mermaid themed ears.
Oh, but it's so when you make it yourself.
You guarantee to have it, and not whether or not the store is out of stock.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
Okay.
what would they do? Like have long golden hair at the end, hanging from it or something?
Why don't you look it up? I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody's either designed
seen-
something or they have something.
I've seen
in
a
that
lot
regard.
of different kinds, so. Some has like the sun symbol.
Oh, that's
some
nice.
have, like-
Am I the only one here who
Flowers.
would rather not like bring a brand new child into this fucked up world, but instead adopt a child that is already in this fucked up world and give them a good life?
No, you're not the only one who thinks that.
Not a bad plan.
Yeah.
Given statistically speaking, I'm probably more likely to adopt anyway.
Yes.
Well, of course, technically, if I'm talking reality, I can't have any kids, even
Aw.
by birth or adoption, because considering I have no
Aw.
money to have a kid.
Oh.
Well, there's no rush. My logic is if I'm 35, unmarried, and actually am able to provide, then I'm adopting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already having enough trouble with my baby boy.
Could probably never raise a kid, but if I ever had the means, I'd definitely think about homing a teenager. They definitely need any last idea of family they can get, homies.
Yeah.
Well,
Man,
my
if I ended up adopting a teenager, it would just be like a couple weeks of like, okay, fine, here's some food. You want to do something? No. Okay. Like just let them come to you. Give them food.
Oh my god, like a
They
stray
want to
cat.
talk, they'll talk. Yes. Pretty much.
I will nickname you Kitty. Why? No reason.
Actually, I do have an outdoor cat, and we call her Miss Kitty.
Aw.
Well, we have another one, we call it Butterscotch.
Nice.
Butterscotch does not like to be near people, though.
I wanted to ask this before because it kind of got away from me. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm feeling very like I don't want to art, but I want to art, but I don't want to art. Do you understand why I'm singing over you
I
guys?
feel that.
Yes.
I feel ya.
Yes, I do that a lot too.
I want to art, but I can't art, but I want to.
Oh, I'm
I
trying
want to
to
write, but I
others
can't
things.
write, but I want to.
Every single creative gets into that mindset every once in a while. It's not fun.
Like, I have to, like, I want to do my own stuff, but I also have to realize I have 3 commissioned backgrounds I gotta do for Toucan.
Well, if it's commissioned, yeah, try to get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also work on animation stuff with KP and other stuff, and it's just like, ah.
Man, you're just booked all around, aren't you?
I
I'm
mostly
always
do
busy.
this. I create my own projects. I got my podcast. I got the fanfics going on. I got the original novel. I'm trying to edit and rewrite on some bits. I got the I got the science fiction writing class I just signed up for. I'm teaching myself guitar. And then there's the comic dubs. I do this to myself.
Not trying to experience any thoughts, nothing. There will just be work.
Like, I had to force myself to go out these days, well, for other reasons. Like, I've been going to an LGBT game night.
Woo.
At least, yeah. I'm out of the house. I'm talking to people besides my parents, so, yeah.
Yeah, like I've
Nice.
been meaning to work on my YouTube channel again. But I'll go like, what do I do? Do I want to do reviews? Do I want to tell stories? What do I do?
I'm straight up just gonna like probably gonna really gonna do
Go
like
do it.
I'm straight up probably just gonna like do comic dubs
This is just ask.
because I
comic-
like editing comic dubs. I've realized.
What
I'm just
happened
gonna
to
do,
the
like,
what happened with the Treasure Planet animation anyway? Just to make a long story short, too much stress and I'm no longer involved in the project.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I knew about this beforehand because I heard it from KP. So
Yeah.
And you people wonder why I never did a fully animated thing.
I've created as a slightly longer version of a reason why I'm not in it. I've created myself a brand new policy when it comes to getting involved in unpaid projects. If somebody comes to me, I say no. If I seek out a project that seems interesting to me and I know there's no pay, I'll get involved. Kind of like with the whatchamacallit, the who'smacallit, the Crown Prince's multi-animator projects, like the split screen and Snakes. I went ahead and like signed up for those myself because I was like, I'm interested in this.
do you, have to
Do you hate me for
go
not
out
paying any
way?
of you?
No, of course not. I mean, hell, I think that's another scenario where it was like,
Yeah.
I went ahead and solicited myself onto something else. Nobody asked me, you know?
I mean, it got me some experience, and also I'm working with KP, and I'm actually learning a lot more than what I did when I was in school. And actually, I'm gonna start learning some editing stuff.
That sounds like something. That sounds like it says more about school.
Oh yeah,
There's
love
there's
to
some
work
things
with you
schools
some-
can't teach you.
I'd love
That's
to work
true.
with you sometime, Disney fanatic. That'd be darling. If you ever had
Huh?
like, I'd love to work with you sometime. That's what Daughter of Discord taught me. It's like it taught me I wanted to get involved in a thing. Just
Da-da-da-da-da.
you're quiet for a moment.
did I mess up?
No, just I get those all the time, and I
Yeah.
don't know how to respond anymore.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's fair. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
I mean, what it taught me was like it got me out there to actually do something. Because actually, Daughter Discord was actually the very first kind of real art project I ever really done. So it got me to do that, and I think it was
Yeah.
like
Oh,
music
and Bride of Discord was like, you know, the first time I had ever like worked in a group with a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it got really tough when I started doing Daughter of Discord. Like there was like 1,000 audition things, and then people asking to do art, and I'm like, okay, do you have some examples to give me? And then I don't hear back from that, or like, oh, here's a link. If you're interested, then here you go. And then people still asking, well, where do you go to become an artist? Like I already told you.
kill, violence.
I mean,
kill.
Basically, how I became an artist is I won your freaking competition, and then Endstone came to me and was like, "Hey, you want to be an artist?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah, I actually auditioned for both doing the artist stuff and doing some voiceover. I didn't get the voiceover, obviously, but I was first.
Forgive me if I don't remember which ones were yours. There were like over 1,000 of them.
I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago. I think I did like a Fluttershy, Brewball, and I think Derpy or something. I don't remember. It was,
I don't know. I think I deleted the ones I didn't cast because they were taking up a lot of room on my computer and my
Yeah.
email.
yeah, I understand. Like I remember, it was like crazy when that happened.
Yeah, I had
And
to
of
say,
course-
give me a few days because you've been sending so many emails. My Gmail actually froze for like a day.
Oh,
yeah, I remember
jeez.
that.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody told me that could happen.
Yeah. Actually, I was actually just like a backup person at the time, but then I actually took over Z's part.
Oh yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, I did your storyboards.
You sure did.
Oh.
Yeah. As soon as I got into the thing, Z's like, "You're my waifu now." And I was like, "Okay."
I claimed you.
But the number of people afterwards who were just angry that they didn't get a role. They're like, my friends got a role. Why didn't I get a role? I'm like, because there's 1,000 of you. I could only pick like 30.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. That is the business.
Yeah, like, can you imagine
how-
managing 1,000 people in unpaid work?
Oh my
boy.
god.
30 was hard enough.
Oh my god. And like, fucking, and if you're friends with like one of the people you cast, they're like, oh, you only cast them because they're your friend, and they're like, no, I cast them because they're actually good. Shut up.
They're
Some of
what
them
we
I
were
worked.
looking for.
Some of them I worked with before. Yes. That and
Yeah.
and yes also means I know they're reliable.
Yes.
Yes. Be quiet.
And then the number-
That's the new
no-
kill, violence, kill.
The number of people who couldn't even get that. Look, I told you how to send the file. Please put your name in there, your preferred name, and also please don't send me a PDF file. That is not an audio file.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Remember when you did like the example name? It was like username. What are your numbers? I'm looking at your numbers.
User
It was username 2364. Yeah.
Because people
And-
actually did that.
And people actually sent that as their username, and I don't remember you made a.
You
video.
are not
No,
user
your username, this is an
2364.
example.
Yeah, it's called use an example. It's called like
Well, that
example
definitely
for a
weeded-
reason.
Well, that definitely.
I
weeded
wonder
out
what
people
the-
who could follow instructions.
I wonder what the submissions would look like if the example was dickbutt93 or something.
Yeah. Now I remember for some of the mothball ones, I accidentally did not put up the 17-year-old mothball voices in the audition. So when I kept hearing, they're just doing the same lines over and over. Oh, because I left out the lines. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to put stuff up for like 30 characters. Cut me some slack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I.
But I remember like you were you were the one of the early early auditioners comic, and and you at least understood there had to be a voice change.
I did. Well, that's because I read the fan fiction before. I knew exactly what I was signing up for.
Yeah, and I still remember with the artist stuff, like how we've seen like people would be asking Nat like, "Can I be an artist?" and stuff like that. I still remember about this one artist. She kept harassing UDM and Nat
Yes.
at one time, and we were kind of suspicious of it because all the art styles that the person posted were different.
Huh.
I think I remember I even intervened, like saying in a
Yeah, I was like,
professional method.
Oh my god! And she tried to use her dad's death to like get pity points to like get her on the team, and we were
Oh,
like,
jeez.
no.
That's,
Yeah.
well,
like,
that's
this
enough
is
of
my
that.
dream. I want to do this.
I have a feeling I know which one you might be talking about, but I don't want to name names.
Yeah, I don't remember the name out of the top of my head, but I remember I kind of like intervened and said in a professional
Yeah, I
manner,
remember we-
saying,
Yeah, I remember very professionally we called out her bullshit and she stopped.
"Oh no, I didn't get to just stop." Like I said, like please don't reply, even though the person replied anyways. And like the messenger thing on DeviantArt saying like, "We don't need any more artists at this time. We have plenty enough as it is." But she was going like, "Oh, it's like, but I want to do this and stuff like that and blah blah blah." And I like she talked about like her dad being dead or something like that. Her mom's
Yeah.
sick, dad being dead. And I was like saying, "Look, I understand how it went. I understand how hard things can be. My dad was in a really bad accident when I was very little, and my papa, when he was alive at the time, was going through a lot because he had ALS." And I remember the person was saying like, "Oh, your dad almost died. Mine is dead.
Wow.
And stuff like that. Like getting all mad and swearing up a storm.
You were actually nice to them. Like I got fed up with their shit, and I was just like, listen, okay? I don't care. I don't care. You're straight up using your dad's death to get into this project, and that's disgusting. I do not want to speak to you anymore, is what I basically said, and they stopped responding.
That person blocked me.
Heck, I lost my grandpa the year DOD came out. I wasn't using him for anything.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
literally the
generally
only
nice.
thing
I generally can be a nice person, and I try to sympathize with people, but they push me off, and I'm going like, you know what? I'm not going to waste any more time with you. You are not being an adult. I have not once sworn or yelled at you.
Lane Miraculous.
Bye, Miraculous.
I'm miraculous.
Yeah, I mean, literally the only thing I'd use a family member's death for is, hey, can I have this day off so I can go to their funeral?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I think most sympathetic human beings, most empathetic human beings would be like, yeah, sure, absolutely, you know?
Yeah, anyway, yes, question here. Did I find new artists for the DOD prequel? I kind of just shelved that at the moment. At some point I should, like, because, like, two of the three prequels, like, I just kind of did, like, the artists for those projects kind of just dropped. Like, the cinnamon roll in the bathroom one, it was mostly done. It was just, like, the before song and after song scenes that never really got finished.
Oh my god, I almost forgot about those projects.
I mean, when you mentioned it, I went immediately, my brain immediately went to the Sombra and Chrysalis moment and the Michael in the Bathroom parody.
Finished. The Chrysalis and Sombra one was finished a long time ago. People just didn't seem to watch it.
Yeah. Which, like, if you're waiting for more of the Daughter Discord series content, then, well, here it is, guys. You know, thirsty fans would usually just eat that up, you know?
I don't know.
A lot of people don't get satisfied.
Because the artist for that, the family one with cinnamon stick and cinnamon roll in the orphanage, like, said, "Oh, I almost had this done," and I thought, it's like, I'll have it done before the panel, and then it turned out, oh, you meant to, like, one scene done. Okay. Clearly there's some communication problems.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. In retrospect, though, maybe it was too much for one person to take on that full thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get that, considering, like I said, I work with KP, and it can be tedious at times working on a lot of projects, especially certain kinds, but you just gotta learn how to figure out communication-wise and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just wish, like 6 months went by before I even heard anything. Like, yeah, I'm dropping out. Like, I wish you told me that, like, 6 months ago.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, to be fair, I kind of was something like that. I was originally going to do, like, a moment with Dr. Wolf thing with Will and Ari, that one episode, but I had to drop out.
Like, I want to get back to it, but I feel like I should wait till I have a time where I'm a little more open and not swamping myself with other stuff.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I've kind of been stressing about what I'm going to be doing in the fall, professionally wise, because I'm not going to have one of my jobs I'm not going to have because the kids are going back to school in person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, let me settle my life first. Definitely when I'm done with all the creative writing classes, and yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I thought it was done, and then I heard they were doing a sci-fi class. I'm like, okay, this is the last one.
Yeah, like, I wish I could, like, go do art classes. Like, I felt like with my school that I went to, I was there for 6 years and did not graduate, but I felt like my school did not really hold up a lot when it came to the art program. Like, there was just 3 art classes, and that's it. And I'm going, like, I felt like I could learn more. There was more to learn.
Yeah, the writing department back in my college. The thing is, when we turned in our work, they said no fan fiction, no fantasy, no science fiction. I'm like, what am I supposed to write?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want speculative fiction. Like, okay, I understand why you don't want us writing fan fiction for our class, but
Yeah,
why can't we
that makes
speculative
sense.
fiction?
Isn't speculative fiction
That
like
doesn't
the
make sense.
majority of fiction writing?
And they said, well, we don't really know how to teach it to you. Like, okay, but can we still write in that genre? You can tell
Sounds
us
like a you
about
problem.
advice on the other stuff.
Like, literally, isn't the whole idea of a creative writing class to be creative?
Yeah, so that's why most of the stuff I wrote in college I was just not happy with. I'm like, this is not me. This is me trying to fit into the school grading system.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
always a horrible thing.
Yeah, but that's why I've been taking like the online classes, which are much cheaper online than they would have been in person. So I'm taking
Yeah.
advantage of that. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, which are
Fizzy said-
specialized in fantasy and horror and science fiction. I feel like I've learned more out of those than I have in actual going to college creative writing major.
I have a wonder, is one of the lessons about any of those genres basically don't be afraid of using someone else's ideas or like stealing things because they work or nobody owns those ideas or something like that?
Okay, well, it's like be aware of cliches. Like, it's not terrible to have them, just be aware of them.
And that's actually that's really smart, because part of the thing is like cliches, or even like more broadly tropes, they exist and are used in so many stories for a reason, and oftentimes it's because they work, and people only point out the times when they don't work because they feel like that the person didn't like fulfill on it well enough. Honestly, I feel like in the scenarios where it's like such a cliche, it's like it wasn't that it was a cliche, it was that it was exhaustive.
Like, say one of the common tropes in fantasy is the reluctant hero. Like, the hero is given a chance to go on a quest, but they're reluctant to go on there. That's stuff you see in like Star Wars and I think kind of Lord of the Rings.
Not
That
really
was-
Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
Lord of the Rings is a bit of an
No,
outlier there. I mean, it's not technically fantasy. It's but Exodus, with Moses refusing God's call.
True.
There's
true.
a good
Yeah,
there's a nice historical example for you.
like they said, it's been used so often. Like they say, it's been used so often. Be aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can also
Yeah,
be exhausted in the other direction of the hero always like wanting to go on the adventure.
And yes, the hero's journey. Yes, there's a reason that formula's there. Just if you're gonna use it, like try to put some sort of twist or variation on it.
Yeah, that's something. Like I had this idea for a story, like this anime thing, like for a long time, like probably in my early teens. Like I've drawn some characters of it. I don't know if anyone's seen them from my past Twitter page, like Twitter, like wanting to work on that, but it's hard to come up like fantasy stuff for me.
Is that Doggo?
Like
Yes,
there's
that
a
was
reason.
Dagu.
There's a reason The Last Unicorn is one of my favorite fantasy novels, because it does have some tropes like the hero's journey and like the wizard, and then there's the prince falling in love with the heroine thing, but it just turns them on its head. Like you expect the heroine and the prince to get together in the end, spoiler alert, and you expect the wizard to be all wise and be able to do everything, but he's a bumbler.
I watched the
Yeah.
Rankin Bass animated version. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what she's
Is that-
talking about.
The movie is actually a pretty good adaptation of the book. I mean,
I think
most of the stuff's just cut for time constraints.
I think that's one of the reasons I decided to watch it. I watched Lost in Adaptation on The Last Unicorn, and it was like, well, I guess I can watch the movie and pretty much get it. And it was like, it's a pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. And also, for a
Yeah.
Rankin Bass production, it is very pretty. Like, because we're all
Yeah,
familiar with
pretty.
Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but this is really fucking pretty. You know?
Yeah.
It goes
Reading
beyond
the book.
conceptions for that, yeah.
Yeah. I actually remember the first time I ever watched it was like when I was in 3rd grade. So, and
Yeah,
I
but it's
remember
got
how
tropes,
shocked
like
I
it's-
was that someone said,
Like-
"Damn."
Or
Yeah, but it's got tropes like you got an evil king, you got some powerful force that you're trying to, some monster you're trying to beat, and you got the hero's journey, but it just turns the tropes on its head.
yeah,
It doesn't turn out the way you expected.
it's beautiful. One could probably equate it to like the wizard's not wise and the wizard's not wise and the whole thing's gone to shit. You could call it a disaster piece. And it's like
Well, he's got
a beautiful
his
disaster
own.
piece.
He's got his own wisdoms, but
That's true. That's
he-
true. Christopher Lee
his-
was
his
amazing.
magic
God rest
doesn't
his
always work.
soul, Christopher Lee. But yes, he was
Yeah.
amazing in that.
Yeah, and then you got an evil king there.
Wait, have
who-
you guys
still
heard?
evil, but he's also kind of sad.
Have you guys heard Christopher Lee singing in a freaking metal song?
I need to
No.
now.
I'll look it up like right now.
Okay. Actually, you were shocked by the dam. I figured like 3rd grade you would be more shocked by a tree with boobs.
It's just the one thing I can remember out of the top of my head. I was a very
here it
innocent
is.
child.
I would say that was different from the book, but well, let's just say all the movie did was just make it more visually
Here
weird.
it is.
Okay.
I found it. It's
I
the Magic
mean,
of the Wizard's
let
Tree.
me guess. The text of the book refers to the tree nesting him in its bosom.
No, just the tree falling in love with him, and then speaking.
Really? Because I figured like that would be like if the tree had a bosom it would rest it in there, and it's like
Now
that's
it's like we will be. Now it's like we will be together always. Oh no, actually I'm engaged to a Douglas fir. Say it ain't so. No, since childhood we've been promised to each other.
I love that. But also
That's what it means.
I gotta point out the fact that if it really was just an adaptation that the tree was supposed to fall in love with the wizard, heteronormativity.
Yeah.
And swinging
I mean,
wide,
yeah.
like rack on that tree.
I think probably because it shocked me more because it was like a rated G film and they said the word "damn" and I was like, wait, what? Why are they saying that?
Oh yeah,
in a
they
G-rated
did. They did.
Z!
It's like if you watch Watership Down and you realize it's rated U, which in the UK that means rated G, and you've seen the movie and you're like, what? Bunnies killing
Oh,
each other?
I've not watched it, but I know
right now.
I have not watched Watership Down, but I have seen it on the list of like top 10 darkest kids animated movies.
You and I
Yeah.
are in the same boat there,
Oh.
DF, but I still have it on my list of things to watch.
I'm not sure if I should. I like bunnies.
Well,
It's
hey, it's bunnies killing each other, so it's fine.
Well,
How's that any better?
well, when I first watched it, I did a reaction of it, and
Oh
Like,
yes, you did.
mostly it's basically like a journey story, like, and like for them trying to survive and stuff like that.
Sounds like Lord of the Flies, but with rabbits.
Yeah. But like the animation of it in some scenes, and you're just going like, oh my god.
I mean, I've always seen the clips being tossed around. It is beautifully animated. Like, you can't deny that.
Has anyone seen Feliday? Yes, I have. Oh my god.
I've heard of Feliday and I've seen clips. I am viscerally not going to watch that because that just looks disgusting.
I did.
I don't know what that is.
It's cat. It's basically, imagine if you had Watership Down with cats and the corpses are being used for puppets. I'm not interested.
It's like a murder mystery sort of story.
Yeah, but beyond that, it's
That's
also
like
weird.
That's like Five Nights at Freddy's shit, and that's at least rated T.
Yeah.
By the way, I hope they.
Rated,
By the way, I hope they don't cancel the movie because I still want to see the FNAF movie. I'm still looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I hope so. I know Scott Cawthorn left being in the creative lead for the franchise, but I know he did finally approve a script for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Exactly. So at least they'll have something going forward. I just hope they keep going. And I also kind of hope Steel Wool keeps working on Security Breach because I really want to play that. It still looks really good.
That does look cool and kind of, of course it's going to be scary.
It's going to be spoopy.
Oh yeah, I just
If you
remembered
do
when
a
Waters
gameplay,
put
I'll
down-
join the stream.
Also,
Yeah, I remember-
on another list of problematic figures, but also interesting games I'm looking forward to, I'm still looking forward to Benny and the Dark Revival. When is it coming out already?
Oh yeah, yes, I really want to see that. I love my
They
Benji.
didn't cancel it, did they? I really hope they didn't.
What I heard was they were planning on doing all, like they did last time, each individual chapter release when it's done, but now they said it would take longer because they were planning to release all 5 chapters at once.
And for as polished as like, because I've heard people have problems sometimes the game breaks or sometimes, but like, and they still haven't fixed it. They haven't done any patches as far as I can tell, but even then, for as polished as they intend to make this next one.
Oh yes, Fizzy, I am still here and I am admiring this beefy lady.
Yes. I think I'll probably.
It kind of reminds me, like a more older version of that. I'm curious. Have you guys saw that Arlo the Alligator movie on Netflix?
No. I've always seen the
No.
trailers, and it looks slightly interesting, but it's not on my list of things to do.
I
It
mean,
looks nice.
the story is a little meh, but the female character, that's what I'm thinking of. But a
I
more older
love
version.
that design for one. Like, love her. Like, I have another cartoon crush there. Here we go. I think it just might as well be revealed that I just like big ladies in general, muscly ladies, chubbly ladies, any just if they can hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm not into BDSM or anything. It's just like I like anyone who could kick my own ass because it's like at least somebody would be able to lift that heavy thing off of the thing even if I can't.
Skinny dude, just need a big girl.
Yep.
Yes.
Big guy
Oh my
and a
God,
skinny
step
old
on
woman.
me.
I like
Step
a
on me.
big girl. I like a big girl. Shrek the musical.
Shrek the Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Go
remember.
go watch that PMV, by the way, where I have Pinkie Pie as donkey and Luna
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a dragon because somehow it worked.
Pinky
Yeah, I
and
remember
Luna. Now
watching
that.
that.
would be an interesting ship.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
I loved Sweet Tooth. Oh wait, what's Sweet Tooth? I think.
I'm like, what's an aggressive female
wait,
character
it's-
that's at least bigger than most of the characters? I'm like, Luna? An aggressive, misunderstood female character? There you go.
There you go.
Question. Sweet Tooth. I swear I've heard that before, though I might be thinking
It's
of
the-
something else.
The Dear Boy movie, based on the comics.
I
Decent.
saw the I saw the promos on Netflix, I think. I haven't really I don't know. I
have
just finished
Not
it.
even remotely. The Dear Boy movie
don't know.
based on the DC comic. Interesting.
Yeah, I only just finished like binging Legend of the White Snake after like 36
That's why my dog's
episodes.
getting scared. My dog is
Hey, wait.
pawing at me.
Hey, wait. People in do you have Netflix, DF?
Yeah, I have Netflix.
Oh, have you seen Wish Dragon yet?
Actually, yeah, I saw it when I was babysitting the kids. They wanted to watch that, and I'm like, yo, this is Aladdin, but Chinese in modern day.
Okay, you can say it's Aladdin all you want, but it's like, okay, I'm fine.
It
Fine.
is,
The
though.
kid's
It-
name is
it-
Din, but like at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like I love the take on like a dragon specifically being a genie. It's like no genies in this world. Wish dragons.
That wasn't a negative thing. It's
And
like, it is,
I love.
it is Aladdin. But it's done so well.
I guess
Still
maybe.
is,
I
like,
guess
its own
maybe.
story.
I guess it has to take more from the original story and adapt stuff, like from further references than we understand. Say because we're all a bunch of Disney geeks.
Okay, but I mean, if they can make 1,000,000 adaptations of Cinderella, why can't they make 1,000,000 adaptations of Aladdin,
You're-
which is pretty much
you're
the
right.
gender-bent Cinderella?
I mean, for the same reason that you probably wouldn't necessarily make 1,000,000 adaptations of Alice in Wonderland because only one of them has actually been any good.
Actually, no. There was a TV version which had like Gene Wilder in it as like the mock turtle, like that.
And
I-
Whoopi Goldberg is the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but that's
one.
just
I
kind
like
of
that
a
one.
yeah, but that's not really an adaptation so much as just a straightforward retelling of the book in audio and visual form. Which, if you want that, fine. But at the same time, you just run Alice in Wonderland tends to run into the Christmas Carol problem, where they all start to run together. That the unique ones really stand out.
There were some differences though. Like they tried to make it so, it like that one played it off that Alice was in this world, and this was her trying to find her confidence to sing in front of people. But a little weird, but
I mean, but
it
that's
wasn't
just.
direct.
I mean,
That one, at least.
I've only ever seen the clips of certain scenes, so I didn't know about that framing device. But even then, that's just a framing device. Everything in Wonderland just seems to go by the book. Even like all of the dialogue at the tea party table is just word for word from the book. No like adapting it into like, say, like making it its own. It's just straightforward reading off of the book. Kind of like what they did for what they did for the original Grinch Christmas special, where they didn't have a script. They just had, what's his name? The freaking Frankenstein.
Boris Karloff?
Boris Karloff. Thank you. They had Boris Karloff just reading from the book directly.
It worked though.
Too true.
It worked.
Actually, I have to imagine they probably had sticky notes or Seuss write-in things, because they did change like pop guns, bicycles, roller skates, drums to like pantungas and googers and zim zingers and drums.
Yeah. And of course the songs and the Chuck Jones humor.
Oh yeah, Chuck Jones is great.
Yeah.
One of the greatest
Chuck
animators of like.
One of the greats.
Yeah.
Because there's so many other great animators
Oh, yeah.
around.
Oh, and did you know that Christopher Lee made an entire metal album when he was like 90?
Can we just stop having these strange facts being dumped on us?
I'm sorry. It's just
But, yeah.
I just finished listening to The Magic of the Wizard's Dream,
9.
and it's just like, yay.
My cousins say Wish Dragon was annoying. Well, they're lying to you. It's a matter of taste. I can definitely see where they're coming from, but at the same time, a matter of taste. It's definitely a lot more fast-paced, like loud comedy. I'll definitely say that. So that can be annoying because, like, I guess I do come from the SpongeBob school of thought. It's like loud and quick does not necessarily mean annoying. Because if you do it right, you can. Well, you can do it right. Is my point. This is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Me too. It was so
Like
fucking
which one?
good. Wish Dragon.
Yeah. Did like it. Like, I mean, it's not one of my top favorites, but I thought it was kind of charming.
Exactly. It's like, and you know, movies don't necessarily need to be these big grand epics. You could just have a charming, like freaking Winnie the
Something
Pooh.
simple.
Winnie the Pooh 2011 went up against Harry Potter when it initially
That's
came
right.
out.
I love Winnie the
And
Pooh.
yet, it's a
But
sweet,
did
simple,
you-
charming movie, and it is so cute and funny, and I love it to pieces.
I
Had you
remember
seen the
exactly
original-
where I was when I first saw that movie.
What?
Yeah.
It was in my old house by the pool.
Oh.
Had you seen the original trailers that when Winnie the Pooh came out at the same time as the Harry Potter finale, and the trailer started out with like coming this year, the final battle, and then you show Winnie the Pooh with the bees, and then it ends with, were you expecting someone else?
Oh no, no wonder they didn't beat out Harry Potter. First off, that is an incredibly tacky marketing strategy that only works for A, balls to the walls comedy, and B, the Muppets. Which the Muppets are balls to the wall comedy, so there you go. I mean, I remember seeing a Boss Baby trailer that was poking fun at Beauty and the Beast, and it was like, see, you have permittance to do that because you're a nutsoid comedy. But like, Winnie the Pooh doing that kind of thing, that doesn't paint the picture of the kind of movie it's gonna be. they would have been much better off opening the trailer like the movie. This could be the room of any small boy. That's just how you should open the trailer, because that paints the pic. Because if you're in the mood for a mellow movie, you'll go and see it. That's just the truth of it. Sometimes you're just in for it, you know?
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't Tango do something like that? Like, have like a completely different kind of trailer, and it was a lot different than the movie?
Okay, yes, but I'll guarantee you that the only reason that Tangled's trailer is not completely tonally dissonant is because it opens correctly. See, like, Tangled's trailer does have this wacky slapstick comedy bit with the hair and tossing Eugene around, but it opens with him just climbing into the tower. So it sets the right tone, at least, when it starts.
That's true.
No, but Disney. Pixar does that all the time. Like they have these teaser scenes that are never in the movie.
Oh yeah, but again, they also set the tone really well. Like the Monsters Inc. Trailers, like since the very first bedtime all around the world, parents have tucked in their children and shut off the lights, but there are monsters hiding in their closet, waiting to emerge. And then you have the comedy bit. They basically you set the tone and
where's
then
the kid? There's supposed to be a kid in here.
There's supposed to be a kid to scare. There's a total lack of kid here.
I love Monsters Inc.
It is such a good movie. One of my favorites as growing up.
I always get emotional at the end.
Or Finding Nemo, where you had that moment with Marlin and Dory, and like they do meet that group of fish, but it's a totally different scene in the movie.
That's true. Yeah. I loved the teaser for Finding Nemo. That was one of my favorites, and it really conveyed the characters so well. It's like, by the time you watch the movie, you know who these characters are already because you saw the trailer. It's so great.
Or the Incredibles teaser, where it's like he's getting into a suit and like, honey, time for dinner. I can't come to dinner now. That did kind of set the mood.
Maybe just a salad.
Exactly.
And some rice cakes.
Get it? 'Cause he's fat.
Yeah. It kind of did set the tone. Like, yeah,
that is true.
Like, he's not in his prime anymore. Now he's a family man.
He's not in his prime. He's a family man and fat jokes, which the movie does have. So there you go.
Yeah.
Both from the jeering from Edna and the getting stuck in the drop pod. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know, you can say all you want about the joke not necessarily aging well, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the joke in good taste. And honestly, I don't think they were necessarily
done right.
They weren't.
Honestly,
the jokes weren't.
Those particular jokes my parents related to, because that does happen when you do gain weight. Some clothes you can't fit into anymore. That's a fact.
I mean, I understand that, but they even did that with like even Eric Goldberg. You know animator Eric Goldberg, right?
Yeah.
He's a pretty heavy guy if you've ever seen him, and he's also got a great mustache as well. But like, and when he did the animation for the genie, when it was like, you're smaller than my last master, or I'm getting bigger, and it's like, look at me from the side, he kind of referenced himself for that.
Oh yeah.
So it's like on the whole of it, it's like a joke done in good taste, and I don't think the jokes were in any way mean-spirited.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, because I mean, the animators are basically acting out their drawings and stuff like that. So if they poke a little fun at that of themselves, that's fine.
Yeah. And Eric Goldberg would have a lot of like mothers who would totally relate to the genie at that point. They talked about that on the commentary. It's definitely worth it if you want to just pick up the 2-disc edition of Aladdin anywhere. Just like
yes.
Listen to the animators' commentary. I think it's the animators' commentary, but whichever one has Eric Goldberg in it, it's really good.
You know, one thing that bothers me is when, like, parents will get offended by something the villain says, and I'm like, they're the villains, though. They're supposed to say offensive things. Like, you know, when Ursula has that whole song about how, like she who holds a tongue gets a man. Like, okay, you really gonna take it seriously what the villain is saying?
First off, that sexist mentality does kind of fly up on the surface world. And secondly, yeah, she is the bad guy. She's obviously giving Ariel wrong information just so that she'll screw up.
Come on, you poor unfortunate soul. Oh my god. Okay.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Like, yes, she's a villain. She's supposed to say offensive stuff like that.
I mean, you want something that those parents can actually legitimately be offended at. If they are honest to goodness a decent parent and then have to listen to the song Mothers Knows Best, it's like, yeah, that can be frustrating. Maybe you just need to know a few more people in unhealthy home relationships and understand that this song is scarily topical.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my
I
god, a fucking,
imagine
okay,
a few of us
therapist
know
was-
some
A fucking
people.
therapist was reacting to Gothel, and he was like, "Oh my god, this is like gaslighting 101."
But you know from
Write
the
that down,
beginning
write that
she's a
down.
bad- But the thing you're told from the beginning that she's a bad person. So
She
of course you don't take
steals
that
a
seriously.
child. For
Yeah,
fuck's
she
sake,
steals a
she
child.
steals kidnapping. Literal, actual kidnapping.
So then by the
Why
time
did
she's
he
singing
say-
that song, you know that nothing she says you should take seriously.
She's
The au-
also,
from the audience perspective.
and like, it kind of makes it easier to hate her also because she just says a lot of mean things. Like, she's jeering at her daughter's like, you know what I see in this mirror? A strong, confident, beautiful young lady. Oh, and look, you're here as well.
Yeah, you should not do that to your children, and Mother Gothel shouldn't be taken as role model.
No.
We
Like,
all know
Not
this.
to mention, like every time you like see her like kissing Rapunzel, she's not kissing her forehead or anything. She's kissing the hair
oh yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
or checking the hair.
She's
like,
always concerned about keeping the hair safe.
And a little subtle thing that I noticed. Mother Gothel always had Rapunzel run to her for a hug.
Yes, she would never
But-
initiate
but
affection.
Rapunzel's actual mother ran to her to give her a hug.
That's called symmetry. That's what they call like. That's what they call Chekhov's hug or something. Now, foreshadowing or something. There's some kind of term for it in like film school of thought. I know there's a term for that specific idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't
guess-
know. What it's
I guess
called.
the Mother Gothel gaslighting was a lot less in your face than say like the Frollo gaslighting, which was
You know,
totally in your
certainly,
face.
Mother Gothel's is probably a very realistic depiction of gaslighting, and as is Frollo's,
Mm-hmm.
but Frollo's is also tied to racism and religious fanaticism at the same time. So,
well, of
I
course,
know. I'm not saying neither one is better than the other.
no.
just that there's a distinct difference.
What I'm gathering is that they're just different ideas entirely. Though I could definitely see, like, I love characters like Carrie's mother and Frollo just to show other Christians, like, you see what it can look like when you just like stay stuck and hope and never think of anything outside of your worldview. You see what it can look like when you just don't consider that other people exist.
yeah. Well, of
Yep.
course, like with the musical Hunchback of Notre Dame, they changed it a lot.
I
Like,
know, and it
they
kind
had
of,
it more like the book.
and they made him creepier. It was much creepier, actually.
Because he's creepier in
like
the book.
well, also because like in the movie, it's like, oh, he's got this face that you just can't trust, and he's got the voice of Tony J, who's always intimidating and beautiful in everything he's done. God rest his soul as well. But in the musical, they make him a slightly upstanding guy, and it's like it's incredibly frightening when he just becomes an absolute creep, because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you seem like such a nice dude. Oh fuck.
Yeah, not to mention like Quasimodo is actually like his nephew.
Oh my, yeah, that also really hits, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Victor Hugo created Frollo as his own criticism of the church's rule during medieval times.
Yep.
I think we'll also paint a picture of the fact that Victor Hugo initially just wrote the book so he could get get Notre Dame declared as a national landmark.
Wish
If you guys, where did I get that information from? If you guys aren't already subscribed to Lindsay Ellis and watching her incredibly wonderful think pieces on movies and media, just guys, what are you doing?
Forever out there where they all live on nowhere.
I did a cover of that. It kind of turned out, yeah.
what I dare, just to live one day out there.
I love how we're talking about the Hunchback of Notre Dame and Rapunzel when we've pretty much lived it now.
Oh.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
My life.
probably without the abusive parental figures, hopefully.
Lord willing. at least everybody in this call, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
but you know, we've been locked up and we want to go out. Except now there's a real threat.
Rolling by the sun.
But say, I've been going out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like ordinary man. We walk about.
Of course, James
Okay.
Baxter's animation in that scene.
Where I'll be.
James Baxter's animation ever.
In general, yes. I remember. I mean, I'm going back to the Steven Universe, but like, when I saw his animation in the Steven Universe finale, at first I was like, "Wait, this is a different animation style." And then when I found it was him, I was like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!" And when you see his roughs, especially with the turn of White Diamond, that wasn't computerized. That was hand drawn.
No, he is like when they were testing out how the hell to move the camera in 3D. Back with Beauty and the Beast is when they were doing this. They were testing how to move the camera in a 3D background. They gave him that shot, so he had first dibs practicing this shit. So by the time he got to Hunchback of Notre Dame, he was an expert. By the time that he got to Steven Universe, he was well in and an expert. And by the way, for any fans of animation and video games, Cuphead. James Baxter is a guest animator in the new Cuphead DLC, and I can't wait for the stupid thing to come out.
Yeah, that camera thing actually, I think it started with Oliver and Company that they were doing that.
No.
No. Great Mouse Detective.
Exactly. Oliver and Company did have CGI taxis, but it was the Great Mouse Detective that did a full CGI background.
Yeah, it was like.
The
clock.
Wait, wasn't that Radigan animated by like Glenn Keane though? Like when he was running up the gears.
Probably.
I mean, obviously one animator leads the character, but then you have a bunch of other animators, which is another. Which, by the way, another thing I really like about the Aladdin commentary is that Eric Goldberg gives credit to the other animators who animated the genie in different shots, and I love that.
Oh boy.
Which is like, damn, you really paint a picture of how many people work on this film and how many people are under your stead animating a character. That is so fucking cool.
Yeah, I remember it was like the test animations that really got Robin Williams on board.
He
with the
laughed.
project.
And it was such a good feeling for him to hear Robin laughing at his animation.
Yeah, I love like with Robin Williams and his bloopers. Like the funny one I've seen him do is like with the Sesame Street one.
Yes,
oh my gosh!
Mr. Robbins.
Mr. Robbins? I'm taking the step back, Elmo.
Elmo just sings.
I love that so much.
Look it up.
Me up all the time.
Oh yeah, I love. What else you can do with a stick? You could also wave it like a baton. Thank you very much. Thank you, Madonna, for that lingerie melody. I'm gonna go back. We probably can't use that.
Oh yeah. The amount of improv he does.
Yeah.
They have to cut out the ones that are inappropriate.
You could play Pinocchio, the home game. I have 2 Academy Awards, Elmo.
Oh god, I miss that guy.
I know.
I remember. Okay, again, another guy you should totally be subscribed to, Tony Goldmark. Again, one of his great observations that he made when talking about the live-action Aladdin is like he was doing his preconceptions of the live-action Aladdin, and he was talking about how the genie was brought to life by a great comedic genius, Eric Goldberg. And it's like, you know what? You're absolutely right, because Robin Williams may have done the voice, but the reason the genie is in our hearts today is because of what he did physically. He was such a physical character, and he was all over the place, and he was just so wild and zany, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
We're losing all the 90s Disney stars because we've lost Jerry Orbach, we lost David Ogden Stiers, Robin Williams, we lost Samuel E. Wright this year. I'm like, not Sebastian, no!
Pat
Like,
Pat Carroll's getting on in years. She's still doing Ursula. Like, holy crap, she showed up in like one of the Mickey
still
Mouse.
doing Ursula?
She showed up in one of the Mickey Mouse shorts recently where they were doing like a disco roller rink. It's really funny.
That.
And they had Ursula with Pete and the Beagle Boys. It was and yeah, she's still doing Ursula. Now this is your mission right now, everybody. Go to the YouTube search bar and look up Pat Carroll Reads Haunted Mansion.
Ooh.
It's really interesting to hear her as Ursula doing the ghost host. It's really great.
You also need to see, like, this was like from a couple years ago when the Little Mermaid ride first came out. Pat Carroll and Jodie Benson going on the ride together.
Oh yeah, that was adorable.
Yeah.
That was so fucking cute.
Still good friends.
I know.
We still have Angela Lansbury. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, thank God we still have Angela
I
Lansbury.
know. Oh boy, but she's like, wow. She's officially the oldest person to be in a Disney movie.
Oh man, you have the candle's flames went out, the clock ticked its last, and the teapot, please don't pour the last tea.
I mean, there'd still be a chip.
Guys,
Top.
I was trying to ask if you guys could A, hear my singing, or B, were bothered by it.
Neither. For me, honestly, for me.
I could hear your singing, but I wasn't bothered.
I wasn't bothered,
Okay, that's
but I could barely hear it at some points.
We're loud. We're a loud group.
I just realized it is midnight where I am. And I
Yeah.
should probably
It
get
certainly
some
is.
Yes.
I'm
me
going to
too.
give myself a headache.
Why?
Because it's been 3 hours and I'm just.
Well,
Now, here's the thing. Humans are hard to draw.
I like drawing humans.
I don't know
though.
why you decided to draw the full body.
Ah!
What about the good dinosaur?
See?
It
Why
was a
would you
great
say that?
soundtrack. Okay. I want to say some things
I
with
always
the good
do this to
dinosaur
myself.
autistic writer started talking about it, but I mean, I love the backgrounds of it. It is so beautiful. Like when my mom and I saw it in theaters, she was going like, They did that all on computers." And I was like, "Yeah, they did." And she was like, "Holy crap!" And I actually got to my school actually got to have one of the people that worked on it. He was like the one of the lighting directors of that movie, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Yeah, and he was talking about their process and stuff like that. But I honestly don't like what they did with their character design. I'm like, it doesn't fit with its world. I know what they were trying. I kind of see it, but again, I'm going like, why would you mix up the two things? It worked well when it came to Luca.
What are you talking about with Luca?
Like it looks more cartoony, but
but
it fits into the world being a little bit more realistic.
I
But
see
it
what
does fit very well.
I want to say I think Luca actually did dial back the realism even on the backgrounds. I want to say, like
A little bit, but if you actually seen real Italy, it does. I've like seen a lot of TikToks of like the inspiration.
I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures of Italy. I know exactly
but
what
they
it should look
also
like.
kind
And, like,
of-
yeah.
They also kind of like had it look like the 50s posters a bit.
Yeah.
And it has that bright color, but it worked really well. But with The Good Dinosaur, you get super realistic background, cartoony characters.
I think the issue is like Arlo would be perfectly fine on that background art if it were the Amazing World of Gumball, but by having all of the dinosaurs because like you're not gonna get 2D animation from Pixar on a good day anyway. So it's like the fact of the matter is, and the movie wasn't trying to set itself up for, having a stylistic quirk like that. They were setting themselves up to really show off their technology, but I think Blue Umbrella did that fine enough. Brave would have been a perfect fit for this realistic background because it was because they really built their movie up like a painting, and there was all these other details like the skin on the humans and their design actually fit something that would be befitting of a more detailed look.
Yeah.
Like theirs was like kind of like a painting. It was like a tapestry. Their whole movie kind of gave me kind of like a Renaissance painting vibe,
Yeah.
you know.
But I just feel like if the characters at least blended a little bit to the background, or the background kind of toned down a little bit with its realism, it could work. But it just felt like it was like out of place.
I think their biggest issue was they wanted to make a marketable toy, but they didn't actually consider what that would do to the movie's aesthetic. It's like, I shouldn't be able to see Farnus in the same world that I could see, like, this world. Like, I shouldn't be able to see Arlo and Farnus walking in the same environment and looking congruent when Arlo is sitting on this majestic, painted, real friggin' world, you know?
Yeah. But I just feel like it should work well. I mean, as long as you can see the difference, yes, that's fine. But as long as it works well,
It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
it's like the congruence. Yeah.
Am I the only one here who actually liked the movie Dinosaur?
I think it's alright.
I remember
I
when that
don't
movie
like it.
came out. And I remember the little hand puppies you would get at McDonald's.
Yes,
Yes.
those.
Yes, we
there,
found them in storage. They got moldy.
there are two
Yeah.
things that I really like about Dinosaur. Number one, it's that opening sequence with absolutely no dialogue that was in all the teasers. In fact,
Yes.
it was the teaser, that first like 5
Yes.
minutes. And
Yes.
number two is it's corporate synergy with Animal Kingdom, with the ride Dinosaur, which used to be called Countdown to Extinction, but really just changed its name is all it did.
Oh yeah,
And
I
it's like-
actually got
it's a
to
good-
ride that ride.
It is so
When I went to Disney,
good. That
I was like, it's very bumpy.
very.
And I was like, right on the right side, like on the very edge, and then like you see the
The
huge,
fucking Carnotaurus right over
like
you.
I was probably feet away from it. I was going like, I know this is fake, but holy shit, get away from me.
Well, actually, I think that's
it
another.
was not a ripoff of Land Before Time.
No. Why would
No.
you even think that? Dinosaur movies are a dime a dozen anyway. Anyway, I joke, but like, come on, you're not allowed to do dinosaur movies. Besides, Land Before Time was really about the younger generation continuing on when the older dinosaurs are gone.
Mm-hmm.
When friggin' Dinosaur was about the meteor that's coming to kill us all.
No. Dinosaur was a commentary on Darwinism. The whole survival of the fittest
Yeah,
thing.
like-
It was saying it was like just putting that. Nope, that is not how the world is.
But also tying into the notion of, you know, dinosaurs because they died out due to the meteors, and you had the meteor shower that was a big thing in the first act at least.
Oh, come on. The 13 sequels to Land
Where,
Before Time
especially
weren't
when
that
I
bad.
was a kid. Dinosaur movies were everywhere when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, that came out
Exactly.
when I was young.
You might as well say that Dinosaur from Disney is ripping off Jurassic Park's success at that point, because like it's dinosaurs, it's a movie, so it means
Well,
that
I
must
think
be
they
the
also
ripoff.
were trying to do what they did with Fantasia back long ago.
Yeah.
They did that
Hey,
segment.
yeah. Disney did that before Land of the Before Time.
That's
so, ha.
true. That's true. Disney were the pioneers of dinosaur. Well, no. What was his name?
Before the 40s.
Oh, are you talking about Gertie the
Gertie the
dinosaur?
dinosaur. Who was that? Who the
I
animator?
don't remember. Oh my god.
Damn, but yeah, you know, there's the real pioneer of
Have
dinosaur
you-
animation. What is his name? Wait, was it Winston? No, not Winston.
Harryhausen.
No, not Harryhausen. He was
No.
the stop motion guy.
Well, yeah. Well, didn't they do that too with like in King Kong?
I mean, yeah, but no, we're talking about Gertie the dinosaur, who was which was a 2D animation. Windsor McKay?
Hang on.
I think it's Windsor McKay. I think that's right. I'm not sure.
Oh, you're right. 1914. Wow.
Was it Windsor McKay? Gertie the dinosaur?
I don't know that. Yeah, Windsor McKay.
Okay, cool. I know things. Has anyone else seen Camp Cretaceous on Netflix? I've seen the teasers.
I'm not. Well, of course, like, I think after, like, the second one, like, the original, I think actually the three original Jurassic Park movies, I was kind of like, eh. But I did see Jurassic World, and of course my sister, who had already seen it before me, like, she and her boyfriend are big dinosaur fans, like Jurassic Park fans.
Yeah.
And when we went to see it, my mom and I, we went to see it with her and her boyfriend when they came into town. And it was my mom and I's first time seeing it. And throughout the entire movie, my sister kept spitting out facts and stuff and all the little Easter eggs. And I was going like, shut up and let me watch the damn movie.
Oh, man. I've only ever seen the first Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. That's about it.
I actually remember I got to see Jurassic Park in 3D in theaters.
Oh, lucky you.
Like, well, I think I was dating my old boyfriend at the time, but, like, we were, like, in the front row. And, like, as soon as you get to the scene, like, they got the power back on, and she's like, oh, great, and then all of a sudden you see the jump of the Velociraptor, and you go, oh, shit!
Yeah, basically.
Even though I knew it was coming, because I've seen this movie so many times.
I don't even think you'd need to see it in 3D for that to be thrilling, because that's just... Seeing it on such a massive screen has got to be one of the best experiences. Like...
Yes. Like, if I've seen all the Studio Ghibli films, and when I go to the Ghibli class, I want to go see them, because it's so much cooler when you see it on the big screen.
It's because, like, you capture... Because, here's the thing, you can say you're capturing size, but, like, you don't truly capture the size until you really see what the director wanted, and when it shows up in theaters, there you go. That's the big thing they're trying to get at.
Yeah, but of course
come on,
nowadays,
Bella.
people have large TVs.
I mean, I
Come
guess.
on, Bella.
I think a home theater would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, but of course, it's not the same as, like, going to a movie theater. Like, I went to the movie theaters back in March for Raya, and it was, like, the first time in a year. And
What did you think?
I
What did you
kept
think of it?
it was alright. I mean, I saw a lot. I mean, I see a lot of good things of why people would like it, but all I kept thinking, this is kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Not really, though.
Yeah.
I know. I said kinda, but not really.
The only thing that strikes me in the way that it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender is that it feels like someone's pitch for a TV show, and this should have had more episodes.
I liked it. Of course, on one hand, it also made me feel like, okay, so there's a plague going around, and people are too busy fighting each other to do something about it. I'm like, but they started this before it all happened.
Maybe there was a rewrite during the last year, like the entirety of last year. There was like, you think we could write around this? Or they're like, totally, yeah.
Also, Raya and that other girl, they're totally gay for each other. You can't change my mind.
Namari.
My only wish is that they would have actually done something with it on screen.
Well, the voice actress for Raya really felt like they were gay for each other, and she played it that way.
I know she even played it like that. Totally.
They were supposed to be gay for each other, but they didn't follow through.
At least we got
Then
Lumity.
Oh yeah,
again, there'll be a lot of times they'll be saying Disney's first gay character.
Shut up! Nobody's they're gonna do that until they notice that we've realized.
It's like, we've woken up, guys. The Kool-Aid is gone. You can't fool us anymore.
Gay character is Amity. Get with it.
Aquafina as the dragon she did very well, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely going into that classic Disney magical side character.
Definitely a very Genie or Merlin vibe with how quirky she was.
Pretty much, and she was blue.
And she was blue. Jeannie and Merlin are both wearing blue. How do I talk about? Owl
were saying that- yeah,
Owl House
people were
completely
saying-
flexes on Raya and Luca combined.
Yeah, people were saying that she was just gonna be another Mushu character. I'm like, no. Mushu's red and small and doesn't have any magical powers at all.
And he's also Eddie Murphy.
Dragon, not lizard. I don't do that tongue thing.
How long are we gonna keep streaming?
I think I'll probably cut it off. Let me just draw her eyeballs, then we'll cut it off.
Okay.
Just make 2 little dots. Boop, boop.
Yeah, let's just hang on. I clearly made a mistake here. Let me just fix this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There, fixed
No,
it.
all of a sudden there was thunder.
Ah, yes, there it is.
Okay, I just got like scared for a moment because I heard thunder, and then all of a sudden I see that. Like I was like, holy shit.
Curse hours.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay, baby.
God.
boy.
Oh, the puppy.
Puppy's getting a little scared. He heard the thunder.
Aw.
The thunder. The
Yeah, he was
thunder.
pawing at me earlier.
Baby.
My cat's not scared by thunder, but she was scared about the fireworks this Sunday.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like right next to our house too, so it was like boom, like okay, I'm not going out there.
I was supposed to say, are you giving them a third eye?
No, I'm just
No, there were
trying.
people in our yard.
I'm
that
just
were
trying to
firing
draw a
up.
perfectly round shape that I want. Just give me this nice smooth line.
There's a circle off to the side. That's actually pretty nice.
I'm not copy pasting. I want to draw them uniquely.
So I was
That's why I
with
don't
lifting
draw.
of
I
paint,
keep
there's like a
writing.
cheat, like if you do like a sort of circle and hold it, it makes a pretty good circle.
Here we go. There. I think I got it. Okay, there we go. Now shrink that a little bit. Let's just see how far apart are her eyes supposed to. Okay, very anime. Okay.
Oh, for some reason, I don't know why my mom would keep saying this. Like anytime I watch like a anime film, she's going like, "This is made in Japan. Why is no one look Japanese?" And I'm just like, "What?"
You know, I've
Hold on,
actually.
My grandma says the same thing.
You know, I've actually heard a reason why. And it's because they really don't like their eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Japanese do not like
Yeah.
their eyes. They don't. Yeah.
Huh.
And
next
Yeah,
time,
that could-
why is it-
say that there?
I don't know if that comes from racial stereotypes from Western cartoons, like wartime propaganda shit or the like, or not. But I can definitely say that stuff probably didn't help. But yeah, they just don't like how they just don't like drawing their eyes the way they actually look. So yeah.
Yeah, and is there also a reason why most of the animes I seem to watch have something like either either their boobs are non-realistic, or there's somebody who's obsessed with the boobs, or the fact that they have smaller boobs or something? What is with that?
I think the thing is that Japan has no scruples about comedy and anything's funny to them.
I know, but I'm like, why do you care?
Because boobs are funny.
I guess maybe there aren't enough perverts in Japan because there are a lot of perverted characters who are just played off for laughs.
Yeah, that's why I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the 7 Deadly Sins. Some parts of it are intriguing. Other parts, I'm like, are you feeding the perverts or something?
I'm not the biggest fan of that
fan
show.
service sort of
I've
thing.
tried it. I've done the 3-episode rule, and it's just like, nah.
And now,
Yeah,
not
the
a
thing.
fan.
King
Ooh, Rain
and
from
Diane,
Hell.
that's a couple that makes me keep watching it. They're adorable.
all right.
Yeah,
let's just,
a fairy and a giantess. They're adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about
Alright.
to say, like, I think they kind of joke with that, like, with Oran High School, sort of thing.
Oh, her. I guess maybe that's the
Well,
reason why it's
considering
looking
that-
a little off.
Considering that with Oran High School, the girl's dressed up as a boy, but only the host club knows that she's a girl.
Yeah.
But it's
But she's not. I know, but she's not like totally obsessed with that. They're just being rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
Commoner
episode.
supermarket. Commoner supermarket.
Yeah, I like Oran High School Host Club, though some things clearly haven't aged well.
Yeah. I wish there was a season 2, but that's not gonna happen.
I
Yeah,
have
like
the entire freaking manga set. Because I was so upset that there wasn't ever going to be a season 2, and I was just
Actually,
like, you know what?
I think I got like the first manga. The first book.
Manga.
The entire set was on Amazon for like, I think like $40 or something.
Holy
I
shit.
think I've got to color those in just enough to make it look less wild. Why does she look so wild-eyed? I think I'm doing something incorrectly, I swear.
Okay, yeah, people asking about the 7 deadly sins and Meliodas. Oh boy, don't get me. You know what? If you want to hear my opinion on that, go watch my podcast. I do an episode on the 7 deadly sins, because technically a lot of those couples are Beauty and the Beastish.
Got rid of her irises, and now she looks more insane.
Yep. I'm trying to realistic eyes are my kryptonite. It's like,
you know, it doesn't help Meliodas has the same voice actor as Cat Noir, so it kind of gives me a weird
oh
image.
wow. Uh-oh.
In English dub, yes. And also, funnily enough, has the voice actors for Plague and Ladybug, so...
Yeah, you get a lot of
Yeah.
the usual suspects when it comes to anime dubs.
Oh yeah, and of course, Ben Diskin, who was also in Miraculous in a lot of things.
Okay, I think I've got the right size this time, the right size comparison here. Alright.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me, Bella. My next podcast episode's gonna be on trolls. I don't want to do it, but it's a patron request. I have to do it.
You know, as someone who has yet to watch the first Trolls movie all the way through, but has seen the sequel, it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure you'll get something out of it.
I mean, the message was kind of eh.
I mean, it's...
Thank you.
Basically-
Okay, yeah, I
Basically,
agree.
it was-
I agree with that much. Yes.
I mean, like with Trolls, I can tell that it's kind of bad, but I kind of have a soft spot with its music because I'm a sucker for music.
So
Because
it's-
singing
Yeah,
killed my
that's bad.
grandma. Okay.
Because singing killed my grandma, okay?
Yeah, okay, but you know how you'd think I'd be into it with how colorful My Little Pony can be, but at least it doesn't like just shove cotton candy down your throat.
Yeah. Like I can definitely see that perspective.
Yeah. But I just mean, like, I could have a little bit of a soft spot for it.
Like, I know My Little Pony's all pastel and rainbows and happy-go-lucky songs, but there's that and like a meaningful message with every episode, and then there's Trolls, which is just like, oh yeah, rainbows and cotton candy and glitter poop, and I'm like, what? You've lost me now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
another thing where the fandom is better than the canon because, like, I've seen a lot of, like, really fun Trolls fan art. Cute.
Yeah, and you're right. The message is like, oh, you don't need to eat a troll to be happy. You can be happy in your own way. I'm like, how does this translate to real life?
I think it was literally a joke about people who eat their feelings.
I thought it was a drugs thing, which actually might apply to the rest of the movie because it feels like I'm on drugs, and I've never been on drugs, but it feels like I am on drugs because. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in the slightest.
It's like the whole thing is a drug-induced dream.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, a little guilty pleasure when it comes to things.
No,
I
and
would-
there's also nothing wrong with liking something unabashedly, even if there are wildly varying opinions on it.
Like, I know you guys were talking about with the Alice in Wonderland stuff, but I kind of have, like, a guilty pleasure for the Tim Burton version. 'cause,
I could
mean,
definitely
know there's-
see it though, because the Cheshire Cat design's not bad. It's artistically nice. It looks
Oh.
exactly like you'd probably expect a Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland
Yeah,
to look
of course.
like.
Of course,
Look,
like
Alice in Wonderland is supposed to be a trip down the rabbit hole. That's where the thing came from.
yeah.
But Trolls, I'm like, what is it supposed to be?
Yeah, but, I mean, like, some people don't like it for, like, somehow making sense, even though it's not supposed to make sense in Wonderland, or as they call it, Underland.
Underland.
Wonderland,
But-
you know it's not supposed to make sense. Like, Trolls looks like it's trying to make sense, but it just doesn't.
Yeah. But,
I like the arts and crafts aesthetic.
Yeah, that's an interesting one with the animation. That I kind of have a soft spot with that.
Actually,
when it
before we
comes-
step
All
away,
right.
from the Alice in Wonderland topic, I do want to point out that I did see the Nutcracker in the Four Realms in theaters when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you for certainty that I like the main character.
I do not
The
like
story's
that
a little eh. The story's a little eh. And the aesthetics are, like, when I initially saw it, and I still stand by this, the
Okay.
visual aesthetic and tone of the movie are a better Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland than Tim Burton's actual Alice in Wonderland.
That I think is a very straightforward review.
So if you really want your Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland, watch The
Hello,
Nutcracker
guys.
and the Forgettable Realms.
Hello?
I did like how they implemented the ballet in that movie. That what they did with the mouse. The Mouse King was pretty much this one guy dancing, and they just have the rats around his dance moves. It's weird. I'm like,
Alright.
"Ooh, that's kind of cool."
I think for now I'm gonna leave Big Booba Muscles over here
Oh,
with her
there we
bunny.
go.
Oh boy.
Big boob and
I think she's got a nice face on her now. Hang on. Is that eye still too small, or I'm just seeing things?
I just lost you guys for a moment.
Oh, you did?
big boob and muscles.
Yeah. I think what happened, like, probably because with the weather outside, it went red on the bar thing, and then it just went up to, like, back to green, so.
You know what? I totally should have drawn a buff Lady Dimitrescu, I think.
Oh my god.
Okay, you're
Big
okay.
booba.
You're right, Bella. You're right, Bella. The sequel for Trolls is better, but only by default.
By default, it's also a much better message of like not ignoring the past, but
Yeah.
building a better future.
Yeah,
haven't seen the second one.
but I was still screaming the whole time, like, Poppy, you're wrong. Listen to Branch, the gloomy one who makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Like, shut up and
That's her
listen!
theme, isn't it? Not listening to Branch.
why didn't you comic? Because I didn't think of it before, okay? Guess what? I'll open up commissions after I change my commission price sheet, and you can pay me to do it. Anyway, but until next week when we finally end off this list of requests, I'm gonna clean up and finish this art of Booba here, just so that we can have it out of the way next time. But like, because Baby King and Spike in a Burrito Blanket are gonna be very quick doodles, I swear. But like, and then I'll also take 5 more requests for the next stream, and we're gonna take simple ones. And if a human character comes up, I'll try to only do a bust or a waist up, because
Keywords, try.
I'll try, because I get it over my head, okay? Imagine Snoopy watches the podcast. What? I don't get it. Branch is the best character in Trolls. I will not fight you on that. He is the real G. Anyway,
Yes.
but until once we return sometime in the future, I don't know if I'll have the exact same crowd as I had with me this time, because no guarantees that Victoria will be here, because, you know, she's usually working. But thank you guys. But
Call a job.
yeah, Victoria, ZD, DF, thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
What?
Min,
Sleep.
I love you. And I want to thank you all for joining us. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and
Don't do anything stupid.
you do.
Be kind in all you do.
that would be it. All right.
you do.
Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.